4, you're listening to the worst of Opie and Anthony. Isn't all of it the worst? Hosted by Primetime Sam Roberts and E-Rock.
All right, well, it's the worst of Opie and Anthony. I'm E-Rock, and joining me, as always, is Primetime Sam Roberts. Opie and Anthony aren't here, so when they're not here, we're here, whether you like it or not.
Trust me, we'd much rather be at home, but we have a service to perform, and that service is for all of you, and that service is hosting the Opie and Anthony's Worst Of show.
And how much do we get paid for that?
For that in particular, well, it's a very small figure, but we won't get into that. E-Rock, we have a huge Worst Of show to do. As a matter of fact, it's too big for us to sit here just talking about it. Let's start this thing.
Sam, Bigfoot was spotted in North Carolina.
Ah!
We're not in North Carolina.
Woo!
We're in New York City.
Ah!
Why is that,
The big city is scary.
We're on the 36th floor. Look out that window.
Whew.
Well, he was spotted in North Carolina, and of course the news has to jump on top of it because there's just some dumb hillbilly telling this story.
And because of Primetime Sam Roberts, we get a treat and we get to listen to his 911 call as he informed the operator he didn't want to kill this Bigfoot monster, but if Bigfoot wouldn't stop messing with his dogs, he was going to have to. Eric, I think he was intoxicated.
Maybe he was just asking for permission and being polite.
That's true. Well, Eric, either way, he called 911 because there was a monster in his backyard.
And he's a drunk hillbilly.
That he is. Hillbilly Jim.
Really? I want to get a photo.
Not really.
Nothing fun, nothing happy.
You're listening.
Nothing happy, nothing fun.
To the worst of the Opie and Anthony show.
Nothing fun, nothing happy.
On the virus.
Nothing happy, nothing fun.
Sirius XM.
Bobby, there's a guy that sees Bigfoot. Could you get the video of this too, Danny? I'm sorry.
No!
Please. No! Can we play it off that so it syncs up? You think the audio would be good? The original one. And then we got an update.
The first one, right.
There's this guy, he kind of looks like Artie Lang. He's in North Carolina, and he swears he's seen Bigfoot. And CNN is playing this like it's a real story without going, holy shit, this guy's out of his fucking mind.
Really?
Yeah, which frustrates me, because although it's a fun story to check out for the radio show, it's like, you're CNN. Why don't you fucking call this guy out on his horse shit? But they don't. So this is the original clip. We'll have it in a sec. And then we have an update. A good update, by the way. Why is Sam running in here?
Uh-oh.
What's up, Sam?
That's just the 911 call.
Is that bad? No, I know. I'm playing the original first.
Oh, shit. Right, but the CNN clip is, they actually treated it, they said there were, they added it to other crazy 911 calls.
Oh.
But the 911 call by itself is funny.
Tim calls 911.
Right, that's just the 911 call.
Yeah, that's good. So
okay.
That's the update, though.
Okay.
Right? To the original story?
Yeah, just making sure, because you were referencing the CNN clip from this morning.
Oh, yeah.
It was on CNN again this morning, that's all. Okay.
Okay.
Commercial.
We got it.
The commercial.
This is a 30-second commercial? Wasn't this 15 seconds yesterday?
They always used to be. They were like 10 seconds at first.
God, enough.
Internet commercials. Now it's just, they got to pay for it somehow, don't they?
10 seconds before a video starts.
It's really, it really has thrown a wrench in on
it's a
the,
pain in the ass.
wanting to put videos on the radio. Video on the radio.
Yeah. Here it is.
I tried to call him.
Tim Peeler thought he was calling coyotes.
Instead of them, him.
He got something that frightened even the self-proclaimed mountain man.
This thing was 10 foot tall. He had beautiful hair. It scared me.
Sergeant Mark Self is a Cleveland County deputy. He didn't see the creature this time.
There was a 8 to 10 foot hairy man looking person.
But remembers the stories of a Sasquatch when he was a kid.
Was killing some animals, breaking in chicken houses, killing chickens.
It's the same M.O. that Tim says he saw for himself. The Sasquatch going after his dogs.
I come out here and rough talked him and run him off.
Got him to leave, called 911, then the creature came back.
And I said, get away from here. Get.
The fight's reenacting. He's reenacting it right now.
Got that path again.
Deputies filed a suspicious person report, and Tim is still recalling the details.
He looked like he had 6 fingers on each hand.
Fucking Jesus
But
Christ.
even though sworn to serve and protect,
This is just totally blowing my mind that's even brought back up.
Are left manning up, at least for the cameras.
Doesn't bother me now. I don't think there's anything to it.
Didn't bother me.
So that
now.
guy swears he's seeing Bigfoot in North Carolina.
That guy
and
rules.
And they reference a 911 call. Now I know what Sam's talking about. We got the 911 call. Because in the piece, they say he
called 911.
He called 911. So
called
we got
911. Right cheer.
What is he?
Cleveland County 911.
Hello.
Can I help you?
Yes. This is Tim Pegler.
Uh-huh.
You probably have my address.
Yes, sir. What's going on now?
This beast is paying my dog. I've got 5 dogs. Bear dogs and hog dogs.
He's hammered.
And I shined a light on this thing, but I would not shoot it.
Okay, what did it look like?
It looked like a giant ape with a man's face, but I was afraid to kill it. And it made a whistling sound.
A whistling sound.
Now, CNN had to have heard this clip, but, you know, then they don't have a story.
It made a whistling sound. And I said, get.
And I rough talked it.
Oh, my God. You know how many times the N-word's just flown out of that guy's mouth?
You see how
just flown out.
You see his technique of fending off Bigfoot with that stick, though,
Yeah.
Bobby?
I said, get out of here. You don't belong in our schools.
I made my stick into a gun. Now you gotta go.
Yeah. He was play acting with his little stick. Get your own drinking fountain.
Jesus Christ, man. I'm fucking hit the bell.
Oh, God. Well, that guy is the...
We got more to the call, too.
That guy is the equivalent of anything I bring up as far as black people doing stuff. That guy is the equivalent of making Whitey look just like idiots.
Yeah, but I could talk to that fucking guy for 10 fucking days. I'd love to sit down and just
listen to his stories.
Yeah, Bobby, you know, sometimes I'm lonely.
Sometimes the revenuers show up and I got to shut the still down.
The whistles, too. Fucking Bigfoot plays the flute.
Bigfoot whistles and has beautiful hair.
What if Bigfoot really did play the flute? Like, he was just out in the woods. That's what he did.
Bigfoot whistles the Star Trek song.
Star Wars. Yeah.
That's his favorite song. How the fuck do you know the whole song, you fucking nerd?
I'm glad you said it. Ant really is a nerd. He doesn't want people to know. Dude, he really is a nerd.
There should be a point where you forget that.
Exactly.
I know.
You know the whole thing on the
right.
fucking... Because that's the bar music. Oh, my God. Dude. You shouldn't be on a cool radio show. You should be fucking writing for Gizmodo, faggot. The fuck? The fuck do you know?
I like to toodly-doo.
Toodly-doo.
I would know the first 4 notes of the Star Wars song.
Dude,
maybe.
I know some classics, too.
Yeah. All covered with cheese.
No, it's from Chariots of Fire.
Oh.
Right?
I don't know. Is that the theme?
What is it?
Yeah.
Chariots of Fire? Is that the fucking gay movie?
It's Jethro Tull.
Can you do Beverly Hills Cop?
Wait, what was the last one?
Jethro Tull, right?
Yeah. And you can hire Anthony for parties, bar mitzvahs, weddings.
What was the one? What was that other one? Jethro Tull?
Yeah.
What was it? Bungle?
That was a dun 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 dun. Yeah. Locomotive breath.
Yeah.
What do? You practice on your cock when you're home and you don't have that.
Yes. I fucking squeeze my balls.
You put a straw in your dick hole.
It's my toodly-doo flute.
We got more of the 911 call from this Tim guy with the Bigfoot. Billy in Jersey, by the way, writes, Bigfoot enticed me my entire life.
He enticed me.
What is that?
Oh,
that was another drunk 911 call with some guy that shot his wife.
Fuck it, E-Rock, go get that for us.
And he just tells the 911 operator that she enticed me. And you could just tell he was so annoyed he needed to shoot her.
Fuck it. Travis has got it right away.
You want the long one or just that little clip?
How long you got?
Well, the entire call is 2 minutes.
Fuck it. What else are we doing today?
Yeah,
Bobby,
let her rip. I love
this is what we're referencing.
North Richland Hills 911.
That's it.
Hello?
This is Freddie Wilhite.
How can I help you?
I shot my wife in the stomach with 38.
What address are you at?
8432.
Is she still there?
Yeah, she's laying on the floor.
And what is your name?
Freddie Wilhite.
I killed
Where's the gun at?
What?
Where's the gun?
It's in the closet.
What is her name?
Donna.
Is there anybody else there with you?
No.
Okay. Why did you do this?
She enticed me, and she would ridicule me throughout my lifetime.
Okay, and you're at 8432?
That's it, baby.
Baby.
Okay, I'm going to get somebody out there. Where in the house are you right now?
Well, I'm in the dining room. I don't know if she's dead or not.
How long ago did this happen?
A few minutes.
Okay.
I'll see if she's alive.
Sir?
She's alive. She's dead.
Do what? He said he shot his wife in the stomach.
You there?
I'm
you
here.
there?
Sir, I'm here.
I think she's dead.
Okay. Is there anybody else in the house with you?
No.
Total of 4 units up there and reduce the rest
Okay.
other than that.
I'm peaceable. It's okay.
Okay, sir, it's okay. I understand. I've got help coming up there. I just want to stay on the line with you until they get there.
Well, okay. And then I'll go down.
I'm sorry?
I'll go down.
Okay.
Okay, you all right?
How great is that?
I'm peaceable.
Did I hear him call her a stupid cunt? Whisper stupid cunt? Did you hear that?
Really? I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear
that.
stupid. She's a stupid cunt.
I don't know.
You didn't hear that?
You sure
Best
that's just
part-
not in your head all the time?
Best part is checking if she's alive or dead. You alive or dead?
Or dead.
Well, I like how he's practicing good gun safety because he says they ask where the gun is, and he says in the closet. So he shot his wife and then put his gun away.
I put my gun away. I'm not stupid.
She enticed me.
The way he said it, he goes, she enticed me. Like
No.
that was years of just her ragging his ass.
He didn't start. He just said my whole life.
My whole life.
Oh, my God.
He was just waiting, man. He was just waiting.
Fucking rednecks are fascinating people, man.
He probably finally took his trip to the Grand Canyon and said, "Okay, now it's time."
It's time. Oh my God!
Hey, let's get back to the Bigfoot guy, who supposedly is on the line. If that's him, can we make sure he doesn't go anywhere?
Oh, I'm sure it's him.
We'll see.
Yes, it's him.
We'll see. But we got Tim talking to 911 about Bigfoot in his yard. It continues.
But I just wanted y'all to know I have not shot one or killed one.
Okay, was there more than one or just the one?
Just the one.
Okay.
He was about 9-10 foot tall, with real long arms, and I've had experiences with them before in the deer stand, but this one somehow I'll go out there, he gets gone. Now come back in the house, and he gets back there again, and my dogs is just raising heck.
Didn't want to say hell, I guess.
Yeah. He's a God-fearing man. He said he had come across him before in the deer stand. It's like when he's hunting, Bigfoot will come up and kind of say hi to him.
Yeah.
Wow, that guy is one of those backwards motherfuckers.
I could fucking hang with him for weeks.
Well,
would
might
you love
get that
to hear
opportunity because he might be on the line. But first, the
I'm sure.
911 call continues.
So I go back out there with my gun and my spotlight, and he goes back into the woods. Then I'll bring my gun or spotlight in. In about 10 more minutes, he does the same thing again.
So it came through more than once?
No, it's one.
But he said he did the same thing again.
One.
Oh, no, he thinks it's more than one.
Would I get in any trouble if I shot and killed this beast, this animal, or whatever it is? Would I get in any trouble?
I can't answer that question.
Yeah, well, that's the way I am.
That's the way I am. God damn you.
We've all talked to this guy in our lives. We've all talked to
Jesus
this guy.
Christ.
What you want to do is go down 2 blocks. I'll take you if you want to go.
That's the best part of this is the fact that he sees the Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Apparently the Bigfoot's not fucking with him, right?
Yeah.
But his big question is, can I shoot it?
But it's really a great question.
Can I?
You should be able to answer that question.
Trouble?
If it's Bigfoot, yes, of course you can shoot.
Yeah, but like, if you shoot Bigfoot, is that like that's an endangered species? If you kill the
Not
only
officially.
fucking Bigfoot around,
Yeah.
you drag its fat head into your house.
He's the guy.
Yeah.
Like in the bar for the next years, he'd be like, "Hey, that's the asshole that shot fucking Bigfoot."
The last one.
And he'd be in the corner trying to tell somebody, he would 10 foot tall if he was an inch. Whatever that means.
If I could have it do all over again, I wouldn't even look at that Bigfoot.
So I pointed my rifle at him because he enticed me.
But it turns out to be a stick. So he came at me.
What an asshole.
It's the best
this guy
accent
is.
ever, dude.
Oh, he is just a hillbilly.
The call continues.
This thing, some reason, tonight is coming down, messing with my dogs, trying to get towards my back porch. But if he goes too close to me, I'm going to kill him.
Okay, I can't answer if you can do that or not.
I don't mind him. I don't mind him on the mountain. I know what's on the mountain. I don't mind him on the mountain, but he's coming down here messing with me. And my dogs.
And my dogs.
Fucking, you know this guy's just naked.
Yeah.
He's got fucking cheese doodle crumbs on his fat stomach. Fucking half of Elio's pizza. And some moonshine.
Now, I'm going to kill him if it comes down. I don't mind him staying up on the mountain.
Mountain being the projects.
Yeah, the projects, exactly. Yeah, they stay in their place, I'll stay in mine, but I'll kill him.
Well, believe it or not, the call continues.
Wow.
This is the last clip, though, finally.
I don't really, truly want to kill this creature because they don't usually mean any harm. They never use any harm. But I thought I'd call you and tell you, in case I have to make that shot.
Okay.
I'll call and ask you back what to do.
All right. Well, I'll let the officer know. Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, okay.
Yeah, this guy made a drunken Bigfoot call to 911, realized, like, in a moment of clarity as he started sobering up what he did, and then had to go on the news and come up with a Bigfoot story when he wasn't drunk. Like, yeah, he was over there, and I poked him with a stick, and he was 10 foot tall, beautiful hair. What else did I say when I was fucking sauced?
Whistling?
Yeah, he had a flute. He was playing a goddamn Star Wars Cantina song.
Those squirrels following him because he's playing the flute. Birds were on his chest. Dude, fucking A.
Well, we might have him on the line.
What if he's not lying? What if it really was Bigfoot?
Tim, North Carolina.
Hey.
Hi, Tim.
I didn't want to shoot him.
That's
shit.
Fuck.
Y'all talking like that I wanted to kill. I couldn't kill it. Something so beautiful is what I saw that night.
He's right there.
Keeler.
He's right there.
Just short of pulling it off.
Yeah.
God damn it. We've been at this way too long.
Yeah, he had the background, like the babbling brook.
Would have went with it, bro.
Yeah. Morning Zoo. Oh, well, we actually have him on the phone.
We got the Bigfoot
got him. He's on the phone. Whoa.
Can we just pretend we're a morning zoo for a minute and let him go?
It's exhausting. Try it.
Oh, really?
All right, hey, what's going on?
Hello?
So now when you were face to face with the Bigfoot, what was going through your mind?
Well, you played this.
Oh, good gosh.
Yeah. It's too much work.
Fucking exhausting.
It's too much work.
Right?
It really does hurt.
Rather listen to Vuvuzels.
I would fucking shoot Bigfoot in a second.
Who wouldn't?
And then I'd gut him.
Bag of Bigfoot?
And I'd wear his fucking skin on Halloween. This is original fucking Bigfoot skin.
Dude, you got your coffee.
Dude, you got your fucking Bigfoot skin, dude.
You got your Bigfoot fighting stick.
What about the douchebags that actually got a fake Bigfoot costume and then put a dead pig torso in a bucket, froze it, and said they caught Bigfoot?
Really?
You remember that?
Yeah. The news bought it for a second.
That was real flesh and shit, but they took it out and did DNA. It was actually a pig with a fake
That's
fucking...
not a Bigfoot.
Dude, my fucking heart dropped when they fucking when they showed the photo and they showed like a mushed face and real meat, like real intestines. You're like, these cocksuckers got him.
Bigfoot. Don't you think we would have come up with Bigfoot by now? Like, someone would have fucking seen...
Hunters go deep in those woods, man. They would have found one dead. They gotta die.
Bigfoot
so
somewhere.
where the fuck are the carcasses?
I don't know, man.
Maybe they're
roadkill Bigfoot.
Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah. I don't know.
Anything. Fucking, naturally dead Bigfoot.
Look.
What do they bury their dead, and then where do they put them?
Do you ever see the fucking, look at an alligator. Look at those fucking Nile alligators. That's a fucking dinosaur.
Yeah,
That's
find
crazy shit.
Yeah, but we see those.
You don't think there's a fucking Bigfoot hiding in a cave with a flute?
No. Bigfoot.
I would love to think, but nah.
What about the fucking Nessie? You believe in Nessie?
No.
No, of course not. You know what they have?
Marshall Tucker?
No.
Nah. That's hard, because that's a real flute. I need like a pan flute thing.
We can get you one.
You can do anything a centaur can play.
Yes.
You can play.
Exactly. A centaur.
You'd make a great centaur, too, by the way.
Oh, wouldn't I?
Yeah, you'd be a fucking hoofing centaur.
I love being a centaur.
Not a minotaur.
No,
a centaur, yes.
Ooh. That's the famous Loch Ness Monster picture, which turned out to be false.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it sucks that the only thing that in the ocean are fucking stupid jellyfish that light up. So that's
the
in there.
Coolest thing.
Yeah.
You want like big monsters there, and you want.
Did you see the
like
fucking show
monster.
that they're catching great white sharks?
Oh, where
on like in that they have
that
a
platform.
They catch them on a hook like fishing. Then they tire them out for hours, drag them over to the side of the boat, and then the platform rises up. So they're just a fucking great white
And
is
it's giant.
flopping around on just dry dock, and they stick a hose in its mouth.
Yeah.
They get like an hour, and they stick a hose in his mouth so the water's going through the gills. This motherfucker is huge.
Is there a video of this?
Yeah, it's a new show on Discovery or something. It's fucking. They got video.
Yeah, it's called "Holy Shit, We Got a Shark."
But you see they're getting someone's going to get hurt because the camera guy's all of a sudden getting a little braver now, and he's in the pen while the shark's coming in, getting the shot, and you see this fucking great white coming in, and they're yelling at him, dude, get back. He's like, I'm fine. Someone's going to get a fucking leg.
Well, that new clip of that guy getting bit with the shark is fantastic.
What is that?
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah, that's real. That's a
great.
grown man, by the way.
It's great.
That is a grown man
clip.
with a shark biting down in his hand.
Oh my God.
Do they release the shark when they're done?
Yeah, they have an hour to tag them, take blood, do all this crazy shit to the shark. But it's fucking psychotic the way they catch it, and they raise this platform, and this thing is just out of the water. It's never been done before.
It's called Expedition Great White.
Right. Who the fuck was that?
That's Travis.
Travis.
All right, listen.
You befront me, boy. Voices in my head. I'll fight you with a stick.
If I could find where the voices was coming from, is it okay if I kill them? I heard someone say it's called Expedition Great White. Can I shoot him? Will I get in trouble?
He enticed me.
Travis enticed me.
With his thin white wool jacket. It came down over his knees.
The guy's setting up to kill his neighbor.
Oh, yeah.
He's setting up to kill his neighbor. He hates his neighbor.
And he thought it was
He
big.
hates his fucking
now he's
neighbor.
got a backstory that he thought it was Bigfoot.
He's got 911 calls. He's got a
it's on
CNN
record.
piece.
Yeah, he's off the hook.
He's ready to kill his fucking neighbor. He's had it. That's what that's about.
It'd be funny if they just cut to the neighbor cutting his lawn and it's a black dude with long like dreads.
Oh, God.
Bigfoot was playing his goddamn rap music.
Lives next to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
People go over by Bigfoot and buy drugs from him. And I just want to know if it's okay to kill Bigfoot.
He wears Ed Hardy t-shirts and Chanel sunglasses.
And when the Bigfoot comes near my house, the property value goes way down. The house next door to me was sold to Bigfoot.
I saw that going. Wow. I got to watch this fucking show,
This
man.
show is crazy. Wait till
Oh, man.
Oh!
Sharks are the scariest thing
It's up on its
ever.
side. Look at that fucking shit.
Well, they can't. It's
Oh.
radio.
That is the scariest thing on the face of the earth.
Holy
Is
Look at
a
that.
great white
Crazy,
shark.
dude. Here we go. Watch it go up.
How big is that fucking thing?
And now what do they
That's
do?
not even the biggest one, though.
No,
They got the fucking huge one.
A guy is putting a big fucking hose.
And who figured out you put a hose in its mouth, it's going to
damn.
survive all right?
Fuck. I don't
Marine
know.
biologist, I guess.
No, that's how they breathe underwater. The
No, I
water goes
understand
through
all
there.
that, but
They breathe underwater.
That's how they do the things.
Oh, I didn't know that. They need
But
water.
I thought sharks had to keep moving all the time.
They do, but that's what the water is moving
Right.
over his lungs over here. So
Dude, that's not even. That's like a small one though.
yeah, sharks don't have that ability to like suck water in and blast it through their gills like fish do. They
Right.
go like some fish, so they have to actually keep moving.
Okay, listen.
Wow, that is a big, fucking, nasty, scary shark.
Well,
And they're right there.
guys, we got to learn about Nobby, though. Bo in North Carolina. Bo lives near the Bigfoot guy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, same area.
Drilling holes in a shark. It's cartilage. with a fucking Makita drill.
What part of the shark?
They can't feel that.
It's the fin.
It's the fin. It's like cartilage.
How do we know for sure, though?
I'm sure it hurts like a bitch.
You don't feel it.
Because
It's like,
sharks
yeah, maybe
can't
you
go
won't
ouch.
feel. Maybe you won't feel this when I bite your fucking leg off. Yeah, they probably say the same thing. Don't worry, he doesn't feel it.
He has no vocal cords.
Surfer's like, ah, ah! And the shark turns to the other one and goes, he doesn't feel it.
It's like that
They
fucking
have no brain power.
It's like that
for this.
Metallica video. Just
Oh God! Yeah, he's just fucking laying there. I'm here.
yeah, that could fucking kill.
Bo, what do you got, buddy?
Up in Kaiser area, just over from, I live in Pokeville, which is like 7 or 8 miles from Kaiser. Over towards the west of us, there's a little area called Sunshine and Golden Valley. And they used to have a smaller creature, about 5 foot tall, they used to call Nobby. And people going up through there would see it running across the road, it just moving from one side of the road to the other. But I've never seen it, and I've lived around there my whole life.
Well, there's no Nobby. There's no Bigfoot. There's none of that
I
shit.
I don't believe there is either. But them people up there, they will start stories like that to keep the teenage kids out of the woods to leave their damn stills alone.
Right.
Oh, to leave their stills alone.
I got you.
So they make up these stories so the kids don't go in there. That's genius.
That's the start of a horror movie.
That's genius.
But then there
right
really
there.
is a Nobby.
That's a good one.
Isn't that that M. Night movie?
M. Night Shyamalan.
Which one?
The shitty one.
Exactly. Which one?
The one where people live in the woods. They tell them that there's monsters in the village.
Oh,
the village. That's right. Yeah, isn't that what they did in that?
Yeah.
they figured out.
The village. Oh, that's right. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Those weird red creatures, whatever, right? Weren't they red? or
Yeah, with the
something?
coats and the fucking skulls and the
with the
bones.
claws.
Up.
You're listening to the worst of the Opie and Anthony Show. It's the worst of the Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus, Sirius XM.
Well, Sam, Bill Burr is in studio. Everybody loves when Bill Burr is around. We miss him. He moved to L.A. What the fuck happened to him? But this is one of the rare times that he's back, and we're talking politics of black people versus white people.
Well, of course, Anthony is our resident expert in all things white. He loves white. He calls it right. And he was there talking about white politics, whereas Bill Burr, our resident black man, was there to discuss black politics in the community. Find out who comes out victorious right now on the worst of the Opie and Anthony Show.
Holy shit, this is stupid.
This is the worst of Opie and Anthony.
5 minutes into it, you're like, what the fuck?
On the Virus, Sirius XM.
Changing gears. Oil spill. I'm thinking you might have a conspiracy theory on this. Although you're not doing conspiracy theories as much, Bill.
I do.
Are you trying to fade out of the conspiracy theories?
They were driving me crazy. I
You tapped out?
No, I still have my theories.
This is the Obama administration that is responsible for this, the whole thing, because he tried to appease people by saying he was going to drill.
I like when Bush was in
drilling.
office, he wasn't into conspiracy theory. Now he is. Okay.
Oh no! Now they're all happening.
Politics.
See, because he had said he was going to start drilling, and people were like, "Yeah, good. We need more oil. We're going to start drilling." And he said, "Yeah, we're going to look into drilling." And then he had his people blow up this platform, get this leak going, so now he can say, I don't want to drill, because he never wanted to drill in the first place, and now he's got a reason, and the public will be like, yeah, we shouldn't drill.
Okay.
So he's responsible for the whole thing, his administration.
They just swam right up to that thing that they had a camera on?
They sent Navy SEALs with thermite paint, and they painted the thing and blew it up.
You got a theory on this, Bill?
I have a theory. I saw a thing the other day where this guy had 21 kids that then produced 90 grandchildren, and I think what's coming out of his dick is worse for the environment than what's coming out of the ocean. You know?
God damn.
That's an environmental disaster.
Are you talking about 19 and counting? Does your girl watch 19 and counting?
No,
or is it 18 and counting?
No, it was in Rolling Stone. It was some R&B singer, of course, who I had never heard of.
Sure,
right? And he had dude. There's another kid in Tennessee. He's 29 years old. He has 21 kids,
and 22 women.
And they go, they go like, what? He goes, I don't know. He goes, it just happened.
It just happened.
He goes,
My
"It
dick
just
fell
it
into
just
another
happened."
chicken.
Like 2 years, he had 4 children. He had 4 children 2 separate years.
Oh God!
Wow.
So now they're trying to break up his check for all the child support.
Oh, wow.
Which is literally coming out to like 37 cents per person. So they're dragging him in jail. It's like it's horrible. He produced 21 fucking kids who really aren't going to have a father.
No.
Who are going to, then do what the fuck he did, unless they go to therapy.
No, this is
and learn that it's wrong.
It's not going to be.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not going to be changed.
And do you even know 90 people's names? Forget about the
No.
extra 21. Like you could even.
Oh, that's insane. Yeah, was it somebody who is maybe from a background that is stereotypically known to procreate at a ridiculous rate?
I think you're kind of in your own. You're in your own league when you do stuff like that.
Yeah.
What do you? India, a bunch of people over there have like fucking 12 kids.
India,
you know. I mean, we can steer it into the black neighborhoods again, like you always like to.
All right. Let me do that now by commenting on a video clip I saw yesterday.
Anthony.
What? No.
You know what you like? You like me when I was into conspiracy theory and all I did was read shit that supported my opinion. I already had my mind made up and I was like, see, there you go.
No.
And after a while I realized I was a moron. But for some reason, Anthony, you never have that moment of clarity.
This happened and no one's talking about it. And it is a racially based crime.
What happened?
The Tea Party people were having a little tea party.
Oh, yeah, that guy on the video?
Yes.
Yeah.
They were protesting and peacefully protesting, and a black gentleman walked up and socked one of the guys right in the fucking face.
Yeah, and it's not being. You're right. It was on Fox, of course, but it was CNN. I didn't see them touch it.
Is that the one where the guy spit on him?
No.
Or dropped the N-word or something?
That no one could even prove happened.
Of course,
yeah,
of course not. Of course not. Those guys would never say something.
Breitbart
like
offered $100,000 to anyone that could prove that happened, and no one had proof that it happened.
Maybe they did. Who cares?
What? All the other Tea Party people who were around? I mean,
for $100,000, somebody would have.
But all right, you called him a name or something. It's not like
holds a little more weight than that.
Punching
but okay.
the guy. It's not like punching the walking
Did
up
you
to
just
a guy
reduce
you
that
disagree
word to
with.
nana?
Yes.
I want you to go downstairs on the sidewalk and just test out both those words. Start off with nana so we can complete the experiment.
Okay. I'll do it in front of the fucking black Israelites that do nothing but badmouth white people when you walk past them.
All right. I'm not saying that they're right.
How about I fucking drop the N-bomb on them? See what happens.
But why is that video not getting more coverage?
You wouldn't.
Oh, I would.
You wouldn't. What, driving by at 60?
I absolutely
would.
Go
do it, tough guy.
Right now.
Put your pistol on the table, go downstairs and do it.
Now you fucking throwing rules in there. That shouldn't be in there.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, see.
What? You think the black Israelites
is Red Dawn like
great?
A comedy? And you have that in the comedy section of your DVD collection?
Comedy. The black Israelites are fucking ridiculous racists that get away with standing in Times Square and blurting out their hate. Meanwhile, if I stood on a fucking spackle bucket and blurted out shit about black people, the cops would haul me away or I'd be fucking beat up first.
Stop it. The fucking Klan can get a permit to go down the street and do what they want to do. Yeah. It's the same shit. You're talking about an ignorant group and an ignorant group. That's what you're doing. Now you're going to try to act like, that they can walk around saying all kinds of fucking racist shit.
They can.
How does it affect
why aren't they removed from fucking the sidewalk for inciting? The Klan has to get permits.
That's a great point. That is a great point because of the reaction of white people. It doesn't. We look at them like it doesn't affect us, so we don't give a shit. If it actually incited a riot, okay.
But white people are scared.
The way the Klan can. The way the Klan can incite a fucking riot. If you put the Klan in New York City, there's gonna be fucking problems.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Because it's easy to be aggressive and go after white people, regardless of their ideology. It's easy to do that.
That's not. You're really not looking at how the position of people in society. Like, do you think
people in society?
Do you think a king gives a fuck when a serf is fucking screaming? He doesn't give a shit. Doesn't give a shit. That's basically the way it is.
Oh, because we rule so much.
Because when you go in for a job interview as a white person, 90% of the time you walk in, it's a white dude. So the guy doesn't really affect what's going on in your life.
How did that come out of the black Israelites and me going up to them and dropping the N-bomb on them?
Because you're saying that they're inciting a riot.
Why don't they get hauled up for inciting a riot? Because they never incite a riot. People will yell at them. There's a few people do it, but it never.
Of fear. It's out of fear. White people are afraid to confront them. They are fearful of black people because of what they see and what might happen to them if they drop the N-bomb on those black Israelites, that they'd step off their fucking little buckets and punch you in the fucking face, because most people equate black militants or people with black Afrocentric ideology to violent behavior if you criticize them.
Let me ask you this. Their racist behavior, how has it affected your life?
Directly?
What
Directly?
have you not been able to do because of that? Exactly.
But
that's why it doesn't incite a riot, because at the end of the day, he's just some dude who has no power over your life screaming. Now, if you got a bunch of
white... So what does me dropping the M-bomb on him, how does that affect his life?
How does that affect his life?
Yeah.
Because of white people's fucking dominance in the culture.
Fuck that. How am I dominating that guy?
Hey, you know, wouldn't you think that I would learn? Like, I'm going to actually convince him?
Bill,
like,
how am I dominating him by dropping the
Bill's
N-bomb?
making a good point, but you can't totally discount black racism either. Like, you are making some really good points.
I'm not. I'm saying what those guys are saying is wrong. They shouldn't do it. But the reason why that they don't get hauled up for inciting a riot is because they don't. They don't incite a riot.
But of course they don't. That's what I'm saying. But the reason they don't...
annoy me. I've yelled shit at them.
White people are afraid
I've yelled shit at them, and I've thought the same shit that you're thinking, and it is fucked up. It's fucked up on both sides. But there's a reason why, like, I can't... It doesn't affect my life. If this guy's standing there going, you know, white people, they fucking smell like fucking baloney, you know.
White devil.
The white devil. They smell like wet dogs. They're animals. They're spawned from the devil's cock and whatever. The next day, I'm still on with my life. It's not a problem.
I think it goes beyond that. White people don't like to acknowledge a lot of times that there is a huge segment of the black population that does not like white people, or they're angry. A lot of white people don't like to acknowledge the fact that blacks are very pissed off. And what bothers me is the Klan has white and black people attacking them, as they should. But the black Israelites, you'll never see. I think so. Yeah, I think they're garbage. Okay. But you'll never see. You'll never see blacks confronting the black Israelites. You just don't see that. It's like they're allowed to say what they want without the confrontation. I think it goes beyond just not affecting the life.
And a white guy cannot fucking say anything about a black guy or white pride or fucking the South or the fucking stars and bars, whatever level of whatever is determined to be racist by black people, you can't do it.
Right, and because of that, yeah, but it levels off. And you also get to live, you have cops who are friends. They wave to you as you come down the street as you're smoking a joint and fucking driving your Mustang 200 miles an hour with your get me out of a ticket sticker. Hey, it balances out, Anthony. You're doing all right with your 58 hot tubs and fucking...
I'm not saying.
Come on, dude. Stop it. Just stop it.
You don't have to drag the fact that I've actually done something with my life and assimilate to society very well and made friends and act like a fucking human being to other people.
Please.
The fact you have to drag that out instead of
come on, dude. Brian Gumbel still gets pulled over. Brian Gumbel could still at any moment get the shit kicked out of him if someone doesn't watch Good Morning Today or whatever the fuck he's on.
What happened in Bill Burr's life that made you such a guilty white person?
I'm not a guilty white person.
You are so guilty.
No, I'm not. See, he's tapping out. He's tapping out. He just capitulated the argument.
I'm not.
Victory for Bill Burr. Bill Burr. You know what? I'm going to leave right now. Bill Burr, Carolina. You just got fucking destroyed. And you got nothing. When did you become such a fucking douchebag? That's not even.
Don't pull an iron cheek on me,
fuck you! I fuck you in your ass to make you humble. I don't want to do this anymore. You just had an iron sheik. That's a new thing. The iron sheik moment. You tapped out.
I did not tap out.
Why'd you tap out?
You stopped making points.
You're the one that could fucking
you stopped making points. You stopped making points. You just started insulting me.
You just did that to me. I asked you what happened in your life.
Thank you. There we go.
Why'd you tap out, Anthony?
I didn't tap out.
Why'd you tap out?
New word for the pest, capitulate.
You guilty. You will not
blame. You just capitulated the argument.
You will not blame black people.
His eyebrows are up. Look at it. It's over. His fucking heart rate's up.
You won't blame black people.
It's over.
For any.
It's over.
There has to be some responsibility.
But why did you insult Bill Burr in the middle of that?
Yeah. Why did you quit?
What happened?
At what point did you quit?
I didn't quit, Bill.
You quit.
I'm here. I'm right here.
No, you didn't. But you abandoned your argument. You completely abandoned it and you turned it into a personal attack. Put your eyebrows down and be a goddamn man. Gather yourself. Do we need to take a break?
No,
maybe Anthony can.
This is too good. I did the same thing that you did to me three times during this discussion.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Is that why Opie's agreeing with? Opie's agreeing with me.
Well,
he's more agreeing against Anthony than he is with you.
Opie is stirring the pot. Is what it's called.
What are you talking about?
I've seen this for years.
There's a white guilt thing you said to Bill Burr.
That
he's a very
Opie
guilty white
has
guy.
a track record that speaks for itself. That he doesn't do
For
things like
stirring
that.
shit up,
No,
yes.
he doesn't
I
do
do stir
things like
shit
that.
up.
He doesn't do things like that.
I mean, what?
Bill.
There you go. Oh, Anthony's back.
Bill.
I didn't know who that
Apologize
guy is.
to Bill, first of all.
Are
With
there
the white
any-
guilt
Your
thing.
eyebrow
any
and
sit-
your mustache, everything is fucking at full mast.
Full mast. Are there any situations, Bill, where black people are to
I'll
blame?
give you a great example.
for being-
I'll give you a
All
great
right, I
example.
didn't even ask the question.
I already know what you're asking me.
What am I
You
gonna
did
ask?
ask it.
What
You
am I?
fucking shouted it with your eyebrows at full attention. Is there anything? What are you at? You would have thought you were out of food. Have you no?
All right, answer the question that Anthony
I'll
never
tell you. This is
never
one. This is
asked.
one that I hate.
Okay.
I hate whenever a black dude is like a pimp or something like that, and then they just blame his social situation and be like, "Well, if he was white, he could have been a doctor." It's like, no, he's making a scumbag move. How come if he was white, he wouldn't be a CEO for Enron? He wouldn't be a banker.
Oh, right,
he wouldn't be a
right.
complete piece of shit. All of a sudden, like, just because he's black, he's going to be an angel. People are people, and most people are pieces of shit, and they're fucking liars. That's what I feel. And most people don't do the right thing, including myself, because that's the hardest thing in life, is not to be a complete piece of shit. It is. It's
agree-
easier
I
when
agree
you're
with
younger, when you have parents, and they can act like they're not complete pieces of shit and try to fucking make you a better person. But the second you leave the nest, and then you go out in the world, and it's like, I could go to a peep show right now, and I'm not going to get sent to bed early.
So I'm
Then
gonna start turning
you
into
slowly,
a piece of shit.
you slowly go off track, which has fucking happened in my life. So that's my thing. No, I don't just openly. I don't. Believe me, dude. I've had unbelievable battles with other black comics who were all sitting there in the middle of a deal before I'd ever gotten a deal, telling me that I had it easier as a white person.
That is enraging when black comics pull that fucking shit.
Yeah. So that happened. Not to start a fucking soapbox thing here for Anthony, another subject to go off of. Yeah, there's
my
definitely
eyebrows are down.
there's definitely that stuff. Okay,
I've
So
lowered
there you
my
go.
brows.
Yes, you have. All right.
We got
fine.
two great phone calls coming in. First is James in Canada. James.
Good morning, boys.
Good morning,
Hi,
James.
Anthony.
Yes, sir.
I'm whiter than 2 bags of milk. And I got no
Bags?
guilt for nothing, but I find it funny that you have these battles with Bill or Patrice, but when Quentin Rampage Jackson or Frank Lucas was in this week, you didn't say shit.
What am I going to start a racial discussion with them for? They're not known for that. What am I going to do?
Exactly. All Frank Lucas did was $1 million a day in drugs.
Yes.
Why would you discuss the black community with him?
Why am I going to get into it with him?
And Bill Burr is known for his racial stances?
Yeah, at times.
Yeah.
I've seen Bill up on his soapbox.
All right, you have a good day.
And you're fucking Canadian, so shut up. You can't even talk about this. I don't know what
shit.
I don't know
He
what
did it
black
again.
people are
You
like.
won, sir. You're 0-2. You just did it again.
No,
You kind of did it.
That is
You
the
did.
biggest, Bill. That is the biggest cop out.
Because you're not bringing up
That
a
I
point. What
bring
do you
up
know,
a
you
point.
fucking Canadian?
He
Go
is.
dump some syrup on your cock.
The guy.
Well, I made my point.
You mean to tell me this guy knows
Anthony, you're a
more
child. You
about,
argue like a child.
African Americans. They're not called African Canadians.
Clean up your toys and go to your room, sir.
No.
And think about what you've done.
No.
There you go.
They're not
Tom
called
Anthony.
African
Tom Anthony.
Canadians.
Can I go?
We're talking about African Americans. You have to live amongst them to get an understanding of what we're talking about. A Canadian does not know what the fuck I'm
anybody
talking
buying
about.
this?
He
I'm
does
not
raise a
buying
good
this.
point about Canadians commenting on racial relations in America when they don't
it's
experience
a whole
it.
different story up there.
They have a totally
don't
different point of
fucking
view.
put up with shit up there. If a white fucking Canadian says something bad, racist, race-wise, it's more of a
The
crime
Human
than,
Rights Tribunal,
it's
they
more
really
of
are
a crime
pathetic
than,
in Canada.
than fucking, killing somebody
The fucking
up there.
CBC is worse than the FCC. here.
Crazy. So I don't want to hear from Canadians.
All right, let's go down to New Orleans and talk to Q.
Oh, Christ. Might as well be
Q,
Canada.
I believe, has been on our show a few times. Q.
Yeah, I done called a couple of times. What's up, boy?
What's up,
What's
Q?
up, Q?
Congratulations, Ope. That's the first thing I want to say. Jimmy, love your stuff.
Thank you, sir.
Bill,
You're a killer, man. I love you to death.
Congratulations, Q. I'm sure you have lots of kids.
See? 0 for 3, Bill Burr. Although funny.
That was funny.
But 0 for 3.
That was funny.
Q, how many kids do you have for the discussion at hand? Hold on, Q. How many kids? How many kids?
I've got 2. I'm 37. I have 2 kids by my wife that we've been married for 6 years, and my son is 5 and 3.
Wow, you're the guy in all the commercials. Wow, holy shit.
Or maybe he's just been shooting blanks for the last 15 years.
But no, I mean, my background, I come from a background that I wanted to wait, and that was the way it was. Now, I had a lot of friends that, grew up as such, had a lot of different kids and things like that. And also grew up with a lot of racism. I grew up with a lot of racism and everything like that.
Yeah.
I grew up not so much in the inner city. I grew up not so much in the inner city, but in the suburbs and whatnot. And then we moved out to a little place that was like completely country. School went from kindergarten to 12th grade, and I was like one of 5 blacks in the whole school. So that's when I first encountered racism. But anyway, the whole thing I wanted to say was it's so funny to hear Ant, because a lot of times Ant goes on his rants and everything, and sometimes, I got to admit, I got to turn it off. And I almost get to the point to where, oh, shit, I'm canceling my XM. But,
Oh, Jesus.
It's all,
Don't worry, Sirius will do that when you stop paying the bills.
It's all in the day.
See,
it's all in the day.
You insulted him.
It's all in the day, and I really love you guys for everything you do and for everything else you've gone through, and and everything that you say. But it's so funny sometimes to hear Ant go on these rants like this, because it's almost as if to say that white people are, white people are mad because we don't have enough power.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with power. It has to do with
when it boils down to it, like you were saying with the black Israelites on the corner. Now, like I said, I'm not endorsing any particular ideology, anything like that, as far as what everybody says and stuff. But from the way you're making it sound, and just to reinforce Bill's point, was that you're saying that when you pass on the corner and these guys are just oh, white people, blah 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 blah, and everything, and it's like, why don't more white people get mad?
Right.
And how come it's like you get a black person on the corner, you get a white person on the corner doing the same thing? Because it's a fine line. Because unfortunately, especially within the climate that we live in right now, it's a very fine line that, man, shit can get reverted to 1965 or, 1955.
Oh, believe me, I don't think it's going back to 1965 with a black president in the White House.
Oh, yeah? Go on YouTube and read some of the comments.
And there are comments under videos that show horrid atrocities committed by black people.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I can go on. No. Dude, you can go on anything. Anything. And there's shit that has nothing to do with race. And what I love about the race is they can't even spell. Somebody wrote the other day, left a comment, he goes, Mexican, I could have guessed Guest.
Bill actually said it right, though. You said it is the king surf mentality. But that really is, like, Ant gets, yelled at, oh, he's a racist. But that king surf mentality really is a very closeted racism and a very closet. I don't mean by you, but I mean the people that feel that way, oh, the black Israelites shouldn't be held accountable for what they say. They're children. They're serfs. That is the mentality of white people walking by. Which is a weird racism. It's a very, very subtle form of being a real paternalistic racist.
It's more like this. It's more like this. At no point have white people had to deal with like being the weaker culture, so that they were the under the thumb of somebody else. The same way like Jewish people freak out about everything because of the shit that they went through. We haven't gone through that, so that's why when those guys say that shit, it doesn't hold the weight, because no one has successfully done that. Now, if somebody successfully makes white culture drop down, and we go through a whole bunch of bullshit, like that type of stuff that goes there would not be tolerated.
So
it wouldn't be tolerated.
It's kind of the same point. I understand why it happens. You're right. I mean, blacks were dominated here for a long time, and all up through the 60s, and even into today, the institutionalized racism that still exists. But you can't say that there is a double standard in the language that to me goes beyond that. It goes beyond just common sense going, hey, you know what? That's like if you're complaining about, hey, how come they hired a black guy who is equally qualified as a white guy? Well, that's where, to me, hiring quotas are legitimate. If you have 3 black guys and 3 white guys, and they're all equally qualified, and you hire the black guys because the playing field has been so shitty for so long, that makes that argument sense to me.
But when it comes to this double standard in the thinking and the language, it goes beyond that. It goes way beyond that, especially with the way things are now.
What do you mean with double standard?
In the thinking and the language, like white people hold other white people much more accountable to standards in the language than they hold blacks. And to me, that is the way you talk to somebody that you feel better than. That is the way you talk to a child. It's not the way you talk to somebody who you just see as a worker among workers.
I would agree with that. Like, I don't think the solution is to make it easier for someone to get some to get into college rather than having to do the same amount of work. You're not helping them. That's like, I got a couple of, friends that kind of bums, and it's like you give them money, you're not helping them. You're not helping because they don't learn, and then they burn through the shit. And if you don't teach them anything, it's just, I definitely know.
It's called being a certain kind of rich.
Yeah.
Huh? And you see, and that's
the name of it is being a certain kind of rich, they call it.
No, these are white people. God damn it, Anthony. You're the worst. You really are the fucking worst. And then he sits there and acts like he's not a racist on any fucking level. You really are.
I have never said
he's never said
I'm admitting that he's a racist now, Bill. I am
he's
out
pretty
of the
much
closet.
admitting that.
I am out of the closet.
How can you so openly be like that? And that fucking old lady there from the White House says one thing. Her career is just completely over.
You know why? Because she was living a fucking lie and a facade. I am open and honest, and so when I say something, people accept it.
She wasn't living a facade. Give me a break.
She was a flaming liberal. She was a flaming liberal.
That's what you get fired for?
Yeah, I'm on your side. I don't think she's liberal.
None of us. So then why'd you just say she's a flaming liberal?
Because she was always open about her views.
She was always open about.
She was always open about being radically left.
Not really about Israel and Jews.
That's a radically left view to have, though.
But coming out and just saying Jews should be sent back to Germany and Poland and the United States from Israel is a little much. That's
it's beyond left.
Beyond, yeah.
But she always leaned
and that's
that way.
worthy of getting fired after a 50-year career?
No, not at all.
It's fucking ridiculous.
No, not at all.
Fucking ridiculous.
It is.
She's worse, though, because she groveled in her apology. She's 90, and she was like, I'm sorry, I just hope that those lovely people work it out. It's like, she fucking attacked Bush so hard. She's been very, very open. Just say what you got to say, and don't grovel after you said it. You're 89 years old.
Yeah.
And they asked her what she thought, and she gave an honest opinion. She never should have gotten shit for
There's
that.
a lot of people, too, who I've heard say that same thing, and it's not against Jewish people. It's like, well, you fucking took them, and you dropped them into a goddamn hornet's nest. And then you're wondering what the fuck's going. It's crazy. I mean, and then there's, we were here first, you were first. It's like, you're never going to solve that. That shit is never going to get solved.
Right, no.
It's never going to get solved. There's too much bad blood. So whatever, you're walking down the street, they should just fucking send them back to where they were, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden it gets shown, and then she's like the worst person ever. And I love how she was in the public eye for 50 years, and it took to the 50th fucking year before she's asked hard questions for every fucking president for 50 fucking years. I think they just wanted to get rid of her.
Get her out.
They were done with her.
Yeah, they just were looking to get rid of this person, and you can't. It's just, I don't know.
I agree. She never should have been
basically, in
fired.
the early '60s, when she started, you could essentially be openly racist. Wouldn't that shit have come out back then?
Yeah,
I mean, they had presidents who were openly anti-Semites.
Yes.
And everybody fucking knew it. Yeah.
I don't like the Jews.
Yeah. And he's recording himself.
Yeah.
He was recording
Check
himself.
one Jew. Check one Jew.
He was the worst.
Yeah, Jew hater in the house. Exactly.
He didn't care that it was on tape.
Yeah, so I think it's complete bullshit.
And she was only answering questions that she was asked. The guy said, what do you think should happen? And she said, this is, like, I think that they should get out. He goes, well, where should they go? And she answered. It wasn't like she approached somebody and just started spitting shit out. She was just answering questions that she was asked. To me, she did nothing wrong.
I see. Where I'm called a racist a lot is that I don't see this responsibility on the part of the black community as a whole. It's individually you'll get some responsibility and people taking responsibility for their actions and stuff. But for the most part, it's just like everyone's making excuses instead of just fucking living your life and doing what.
Now this is the thing. I agree with that.
Right,
I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that. But the thing is you're putting that all on one group. If travel the country, dude, do stand up, and you will find that that whole fucking I don't want to even that Walmart. Culture of fucking
white
people.
Trash, it's called.
Those people, they're in this fucking death circle of stupidity, and no one can seem to fucking get out of it. And it's like, dude, I mean, you basically, have described most people that I run into. That's what happened to me. I used to be conservative, then I went fucking hardcore left, and now I'm back more towards the middle, where I really think a lot of people cause their own fucking problems and they're full of shit. And there is, you know, the way the playing field is, it is not fair and that type of stuff, and it's all how you react to that. If you choose to use that as an excuse, no one gives a fuck about you, so you're not going to get... No one gives a shit about me. You're not going to get ahead if you just keep using that as an excuse. But on another level, I can't sit there and act like it is, like,
but
level.
I think the playing field is level. I think the playing field is level.
Oh, yeah, the Kennedys, the Burr family, it's all the same thing. Their big house down there, Martha's Vineyard, it's all the same thing.
I think the playing field is level.
We lived in a duplex. They had a compound. It's all the same thing. You know, I'm sure they paid taxes on all their bootlegger money. But
I doubt it.
Oh, no.
No, literal Jim.
You're listening to the worst of the Opie and Anthony Show. On the virus, Sirius XM.
Sam, you're in a relationship with a girl.
That's true. A lot of people don't realize that, but yes, it's with a girl.
A very hot girl.
That's true. She is banging.
I'm in a relationship with a girl.
Yes.
Opie's in a relationship with a girl.
You didn't mention whether your girl was hot or not.
Oh, she's very hot.
Yes, she is.
Anthony's in... Well, we don't know what Anthony's doing.
No.
Jimmy, I think, is in a relationship. We're all involved with females, and females make us do stupid things.
Not me, Eric. I'm all man. No girl's going to tell me what to do.
The show discusses things that you have to do or are forced to do because of your girl's idiocy, like watching chick flicks and stupid TV shows.
Nope. When Jess put on The Notebook, it was because I wanted to. When it came time to get a cat, it was me begging her to get one. And when it comes to that old engagement ring, it's all me making the demands.
Well, also, what about restaurants? Because they never make a decision. It's always like, I don't know, what do you want to do? And then you pick something, and they hate it.
No. She knows better than that.
Oh, that's right, because all you dine out at is Chili's.
That's true. Thank you, Dr. Steve, for the gift card.
I like Chili's.
Well, I like the Opie and Anthony show, and listen as they discuss what girls make men do.
Spinach artichoke dip.
Oh, you and food.
You're listening to the worst of the Opie and Anthony Show. On the virus. Sirius XM.
Let's say hi to Matt in South Amboy. Matt.
Matt.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning, Matt.
Hey, man.
Last night, I think on Channel 2, they had the dumbest show my wife made me watch. It was like the greatest Super Bowl commercials of the past decade. And apparently you had to call up or go to their friggin' website and vote on them. And the one that won was some streak, like a shaved lamb, streaking through a football game from like water buffalo and antelope and shit. And they had these two slack-jawed cowboys commenting on it. And that was the one that won greatest commercial of the past 10 years.
I watched that show last night for 30 seconds.
30 seconds was enough.
I fucking couldn't change the channel fast enough.
Yeah.
We're gonna be watching all the great Super Bowl commercials from all the past years.
Yeah.
And the way the guy was describing them, I mean, he couldn't have been more of a tool. And then they have, like, you know, the eye candy going to, like, the football players to comment on them. And they would all be like, oh, yeah, I liked that one. And then Ray Rice was on there, and he'd be like, hey, diddle, diddle, Ray Rice up the middle for a touchdown. And it was just the dumbest show ever.
What did you want to watch last night, but you were forced to watch that?
I wanted to play PS3.
There it is. He didn't want to watch that shit.
You got to get a second TV, my friend.
Yeah, well...
There's nothing wrong with...
I can't play it on the 27-inch in the other room. I got to play it on the 46. So, my wife wants to sit in the living room and watch TV on the 46 for an hour, and I can't, like, wait till that shit's over fast enough.
Sure.
And then I get to play at 10. That's my time.
Sorry about that, brother.
Hey, thanks.
Hey, when you were married, did you have to, like, sit down and watch programs that you didn't want to watch?
Oh.
You did, right?
Oh, yes. Nightly basis. Just sitting there going, oh, God, this show sucks. I wish I could remember some of the shows, but I've pretty much tried to block that entire chunk of time out of my head.
Yeah.
And I'm doing a pert good job.
Sure you are.
But I do remember sitting there going like, God damn it, man, I don't want to be watching this. And then, God forbid, I got on the computer to play, like, Half-Life.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Oh, yeah, I'm just going to, play Half-Life for a little bit. A little bit. All right, well, I guess I'll see you at 3 in the morning. In case, comes, I'll come and sit down and watch this lousy fucking show with you just to not make any waves, not have an argument, and be able to just sit and fucking.
Why do you? There are shows that are made for women. There are shows that are made for men, and then and there are shows for both.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to having to sit there on the couch because your woman likes a particular show, what is that about?
Making you sit there.
You're not having like special time together or anything.
Yeah. It's not like quality time. You're just sitting watching a stupid show. And the thought that I couldn't just go over, which, by the way, my computer was 10 feet away from the couch, and I could see the TV and everything. I'm in the same room and everything. But just that, I don't know, I guess it's a power thing with some couples.
Right.
Where the wife does not want the husband doing something just for the fuck of not letting him do it with no reason to back it up.
Yeah, I'm lucky so far. There are times I'm like, all right, I'm going to go in the other room and, I'm going to watch whatever I want to watch.
Yeah.
And she'll do the same thing, too. I'll be watching The Islanders. She goes, you know what? I got some shows that I taped in the other room. I'm like, all right.
And isn't that fine?
And then I'm like, you know what? I'll check in. I'll check in on you in a little bit.
Yeah.
She goes, all right, cool. And then in between periods, you go in there and we'll just fucking talk, whatever, for a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, well, second period's about to start. I'll see you in a little bit.
You're like, whoa, gotta go.
I'm lucky. I'm lucky that way.
Yeah.
My ex, I wasn't lucky. I think we had to fucking sit down and watch some shit. But I think that comes down to economics, too. Because back then, I only had one TV. So it was like, fuck, now I'm stuck watching. I don't even remember what the horse shit shows were back then. But I was stuck watching.
2 TVs? Oh, he's just joking. Nobody has 2 televisions.
So I think it comes down to that, too,
Yeah.
Although I think most people have 2 TVs in their house at this point.
Oh, fuck, come on. But it's just like doing anything, like wanting to sit and play a computer game. And it just turns into this like, yeah, you know something? What if I do just come staggering up to bed at 3 a.m, considering, especially, I didn't have to be to work until 3 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So why the fuck wouldn't I just play a video game until 3 a.m? Who gives a shit? Like, who would give that big a shit?
Yeah, what
that
business?
I'm enjoying myself. That's what I'm doing. Just, let me do it. Why this power play thing?
Yeah, what business is it to you?
And it's had a lingering effect on how I do things when I do have, company over the house or something. Because sometimes it's like, I'm going to go inside. I got to check some shit in my office on that computer because that's a Windows. Or I'll just flip open the laptop, start playing a little poker. But I'm still sitting on the couch watching TV, whatever. And I'm thinking in my head, oh, boy, there's going to be trouble. Oh, my God, there's going to be a fight. Oh, my God, should I even grab the computer? I mean, well, it's no problem. There's no fucking problem.
Right.
But it's been ingrained in me like over years, just, put it down. No. Ugh. Why?
Our new thing is, I got a laptop, she's got a laptop. We just sit in bed on our laptops.
Oh, yeah.
It's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
We forget that we're next to each other after a while.
You're just sending each other fucking messages online.
Hey, what are you doing?
Sitting right next to each other.
What are you doing?
Texting and
what are you wearing?
IMing.
What are you wearing? Fucking, all right. Let's go to Joey on Long Island. Joey.
Hey, yeah.
What's up, boys?
What's up?
My asshole wife guilts me into watching American Idol.
Right.
And she uses the excuse of, oh, don't you think we should watch it as a family? Your daughter really wants to watch American Idol, and I got to fucking sit through that horse shit. Just sucks.
Just being forced to do something just because you're married or in a relationship or whatever the fuck it is beyond me. Because it would never bother me if you're with somebody and living with them, whatever, relationship, and that girl decides like, hey, I got something to do or I want to do this. It wouldn't faze me to say, no, you sit here with me and we're doing this together and stuff. Where the fuck did that come from?
Exactly.
Did you have...
What's that? It's little phone noises. Blink, blink, blink. Did I turn mine? No. I sometimes there we go. I'm on.
And then
silent.
you used to have to do the thank you, Joey, the chick flick movie too.
Yeah.
I don't have to do that shit anymore either.
I saw.
There's times it's like my girl will go, Julia. I'm like, no.
Oh, no.
She goes, all right. Calls a friend up and they go and see Julia.
That's it. That's the way it should work.
That's how it should be. Nice and easy.
There was
Instead
no
of some
reason.
kind of guilt trip because you're not fucking going to the chick flick with her.
No reason I should have had to have seen The Love Letter. None.
Yeah.
That was so utterly bad.
The Love Letter?
It was called The Love Letter, wasn't it? Was it The Letter? Or
Kevin Costner?
No, who the fuck was in that one?
What the fuck is The Love Letter
It
about?
was so bad. So goddamn bad. The Love Letter.
The Love Letter?
Let's see who was in that. 1999. That would be the year.
That would be
that was a hell of a year. 99.
That was part of Hans' dark ages.
For old Ant. No, that was the beginning of seeing the light.
Oh, really?
99 was a good year for Anthony.
You were getting out of your blue period?
Oh, yeah.
Who the fuck starred in Love Letter?
Oh, God. It's Kate Capshaw, Blythe Danner, Ellen DeGeneres, Julianne Nicholson, Tom Everett Scott, Tom Selleck, Gloria Stewart. This was a tremendous hunk of shit. And the synopsis is great.
Let's hear the synopsis.
And this I had to sit through. Anthony didn't have a choice. It was either this or an entire couple of days of real evilness. The power of words and images to open hearts. Helen runs miles a day to burn off energy. She's an emotional celibate. Going through the post at her shop, she finds a romantic and poetic letter between the couch cushions, unsigned, and thinks it's for her. It melts her resistance to feeling, and soon she undertakes an affair with Johnny, a collegiate employee. He sees the letter and thinks she wrote it to him. He quotes some of it, so she thinks he wrote it to her. In the background are Helen's longtime friend George, who loves her, and her mother, who abruptly left on a long trip months.
Exactly. You would have done the same to me. So you would have done the same to me.
That was a Mercy Mike killing.
Yes, it was
a Mercy Mike killing. You can't read the synopsis.
As you're reading that, this is what I really heard in my brain.
Yeah.
You lost me after the first, I don't know, 5 or 6 words.
Oh, Janine has a great line. She goes, wow, that just gave me my period. Fuck.
That's classic.
That was so bad, boring as shit. The attempts at that, romantic comedy humor in there with Ellen DeGeneres and stuff.
And you were forced into it?
I sat there like fucking a zombie.
But you were forced to go.
Completely. I would never want to see that movie.
Did your ex ever go to a movie by herself? Was it rare?
I don't recall that. I would usually have to.
So you would have to go
to the movie.
What would her
it was like
logic
a movie
be?
Night,
What would her logic be? Some of these movies, they're kind of made for chicks, but you read the synopsis and go, you know what? All right, I'll go. You're not excited, but you're like, you know what? I'll go. But at least you have the you can make your own decision about it. Not where there's this guilt trip where next thing you know, you're going to a movie you have no desire to see whatsoever.
Yeah. You know what? Let me see movies that were out in like 98,
97.
97, 98.
Well, one of them I think we both suffered through was that fucking Bridges of Madison
Bridges
County.
of Madison County.
That was a fucking movie I was forced to go to.
Can I keep my film in your refrigerator? Wow, what an exciting part when he actually put his film in her fridge. Ugh. What are you doing up here? I'm taking pictures of the bridges of Madison County.
Toodly-doo, toodly-doo.
There's Clint Eastwood walking with a camera, snapping pictures of the bridges of Madison County.
That movie was so boring they had a sunset in real time.
Yeah.
Just in
and
real
that was the
time. Like,
exciting
you know
part.
what? We could just fucking let this sun set for the next 20 minutes.
That was like the car chase of the movie.
Of course it was.
Holy fuck.
Do you remember anything about the movie? Like, how does the movie end? I sat through it.
Holy
you sat
shit.
through it. I have no idea.
I don't know.
I do remember that I think a bridge burned, and that was a big fucking deal.
Was that a big deal?
I guess.
This is 1997.
Some of the movies in 1997?
Wow, Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, you had to go see The Big Lebowski? That sucks.
I didn't see these movies in the theater, though. And these were movies that I would be like, all right, I want to see American History X. Let's go to the movies. But perhaps not.
No, a lot of these were all right movies, though. There's no real...
The Wedding, Practical Man, Rushmore.
We're at the top of the ratings.
Yeah.
So once I go to the next page, we should get
we should get some real drivel.
Some more shit.
Oh, You've Got Mail was one of those
You've Got Mail.
chick flick.
Oh, Waterboy.
Sleepless in Seattle, fucking rip-off movies.
Wild
featuring
Things.
the same fucking actress.
Yeah. Hey, look at Half Baked. Bugs Life.
City of Angels was another chick flick, I do believe.
I had to sit through a lot of Disney movies.
Really?
I had to go see, the Lion King in the movie theater.
Yeah, but I don't mind seeing animated movies.
No, I didn't mind, but I had to. See, I had to.
See, the difference was you had to, which just puts you in a bad mood to begin with.
Yeah.
Let me go to Ness, who's a girl in New York City. Ness, what's up?
Hi, I just wanted to tell you that I think that for a number of women, it is a matter of a power trip, but that for most of us, it's purely attention. You know, it's like Anthony said, you could be in the same room with the television in sight, making an attempt, and still, if your attention isn't all on us,
yes,
something, it just sort of irks us. Like, what are you doing? So.
Yeah. But in this day and age, women should have their own lives. This isn't the turn of the century. I mean, there's a lot of shit going on for women now.
I remember, and it was 98, I believe. 1998. I remember the ex and her mother. We were all going to the movies together, and it was a ridiculous chick flick. And I got there and finally stood up for myself and said, I cannot see this movie.
I'm the only one that remembers this.
I know.
This Anthony.
Yeah.
I'm literally the only one. I don't think anyone is connected to that old Anthony except for me.
No.
Maybe a couple more people.
I think they went to go see.
How did you stand up for yourself?
I think they were walking in to go see how Stella got her groove back.
Oh shit!
Oh God!
And I was just kind of like, and I was gonna go but I'm pissed the whole time in the car, the whole thing. I'm just like, no. So we get there. And it's like, oh, I heard this movie's wonderful, which is just drilling into me. And I finally, at the movie theater, we get out, and, the sign in front of the movies, the marquee's got all the movies that are playing.
Yeah.
And I actually I go, you know something? And I wanted to put it bam, with some power behind it, so I wouldn't have to catch the abuse. I went, you know something? I really don't want to see this movie. And I said, I am going to go into the other theater and watch Lost in Space. The remake.
Yeah, sure.
So I was like, I'm going to do that. We'll meet back out here after, the movie's over. Yeah, Opie, hand up.
I'm raising my hand. Did it end there? Did it end there where she said, "Okay, you watch your movie and we'll watch ours"?
Never.
It was like
there.
I think there was a like the eyes went up and there was the brows went up and was like a really. Really?
Oh, that's never good.
And then I actually heard this. But I hear this is a very good picture. How Stella got her groove back. Anytime 5 women, white or black, are dancing to old 60s songs with glasses of wine in their hands in a living room,
Get me the fuck out of there.
Even when there's a movie with middle-aged white people doing that, it's got to suck.
They're dancing to each other and just talking about, being women and how men suck and that. I was not going to sit and watch that.
Now, I remember the passive aggressiveness that went on back then with her.
Yeah.
Was there a lot of, so how was your movie
There was like
on the way home?
So, they both come out. And I think the mother-in-law is dabbing her eyes with a tissue. Like, that was so marvelous. What a wonderful picture that was. Anthony, you should have come in and saw that one. And then it was like, yeah, you should have. Like, so, and it was, how was your movie? I was like, it was kind of cool, growing up watching Lost in Space and the new special effect. And it was just like I might as well have been talking to the movie screen.
Yeah.
Because I was not. It was the Kobayashi Maru, Opie. I was in the Kobayashi Maru. Do I go and see Stella Got Her Groove Back and not catch the shit, or do I go see Lost in Space and catch the shit? Kobayashi Maru, no win scenario.
Of course, there's no win.
No win. No way to reprogram the fucking test either. It's a test of character. It's not. You're not supposed to be able to win it. It's a test of character.
It was a fucking nightmare in so many ways back then.
It's supposed to show fear.
Yeah.
It's supposed to show you fear the Kobayashi Maru. How you deal with the unwinnable situation.
Hey, Ness, thank you.
My whole fucking... That was 9 years of the Kobayashi Maru. My Kobayashi Maru was 9 years.
Fuck.
You poor man.
Hey, Ness.
Okay, I gotta go. I love you guys.
Well, I was going to ask you, are you in a relationship?
Yes, I am.
So do you do your own thing?
Yes, I do. But
right.
I gotta tell you, there are moments where it does irk me when I want to share something with him and he just could not care less. And I'm like, well, shouldn't it matter even a little because it matters to me, just because it matters to me? And he's like, no.
That's a little gland in your vagina that actually squirts out an enzyme.
Why does it have to be an enzyme?
It's got to be an enzyme, that is squirted out into your body, much like adrenaline or anything else. And that's what does it. See, men not having the vagina, we don't understand that we can't just go and play a fucking video game and not have to listen to certain inane babble.
That's classic. Ness, you got a really nice voice for the radio.
Oh, thank you.
We should go old school with you.
She sounds...
we should play What's in Your Pants or something.
Remember that game? Yeah. Nice.
All right, Ness, have a good day.
You too. Love you guys. Bye.
She's got this sexy morning voice, kind of a little gravelly.
We should ask her what she looked like, but
don't ruin it.
Thank you. See, Ann knows. That's why. That's why.
Don't ruin it.
All right, let's go to Jim. Jim.
Hey, boys. Hey, Aunt, when you were reading that description, I was getting chills. My arms were starting to get tingly.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Really
about once a month, I have a poker game with some mutual friends of my wives, and I get shit every time I leave the house. It's once a month. I can't go out with my friends once a month. It's like I see you, 30 other days and nights. It's only for 4 hours, and I get shit every time.
Oh, God.
Yeah, when you get married or you commit to, a girl or whatever, you are basically saying, I'm going to spend more time with you than anyone else on this fucking planet.
Than anyone else and anything else I do.
Right.
And
even if you... even if you're doing your poker that's nothing when you really add up all the time you're hanging out with, this person you decided to be with.
And I don't understand the whole thing where, all right, I got a laptop and I'm playing some online poker and there's somebody sitting on the couch or whatever and they're watching a movie that they want to watch and I'm keeping track of the movie. It's not like I can't multitask or anything like that.
And one time I actually stood up and said, you know what, I'm just going to go. And she's like, but I want to. I'm like, no, I want to do it. And, ooh, boy, I paid for that one.
Yeah, see?
Man, what's that about?
Kobayashi Maru.
Yeah. All right, sir. Thank you. Let's go to Justin in New York. Justin.
What's going on, boys?
Hey,
man.
So, yeah, fucking P.S. I love you. I was dragged to see that. My girlfriend's pretty good about seeing shit that I want to see.
Right.
So when she's like, let's go see a movie, it's not really a big deal. The whole movie's like bullshit love. 5 minutes into it, there's an awful montage. And then at the end of the montage, you just hear a doctor going, yes, it's an inoperable brain tumor. You have 2 months to live. Then the guy dies. The next 90 minutes is the girl alone and crying.
That sounds great.
That sounds terrific.
Wow, what a good movie.
I thought it was going to be one of those, like, love fests. It was like, I walked out so depressed, and it was just awful, and oh my God!
Wasn't that dumb dog movie like that? That movie that came out with Jennifer Aniston and
oh God,
and Owen Wilson or whatever. What was it?
Marley and Me. At the end, they put him to sleep, right?
Yeah, actually,
I never saw it, but I heard the dog dies for like an hour and a half of a 2-hour movie. It's slowly dying. It's like that's what the whole movie's about.
When they put it to sleep, they didn't even need the fluid. They just lowered Jennifer Aniston's stinky pussy over the snout, and the dog was gone in seconds. Marley and Me.
It was the humane thing to do.
Yes, it was the most humane, quick death a dog could have.
They go,
Jennifer Aniston's
look,
pussy over its snout.
You don't want your dog to suffer, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to do the right thing. It's the most humane thing. Pull down your fucking tight jeans and your little panties and put that muff right on the dog's nose.
That's it.
Be gone in seconds.
It's gone.
Let's say hi to Tony in Brooklyn. Tony.
Hey, boys. Anthony, let me preface this by saying January 4th, my 40th birthday, I went to the bank and I took half the cash out of the bank. Thank you very much.
Good man.
Right on.
But you know what? You get into these movies and you go unwillingly, and then you're like, fuck. But then you get there and you're like, you know what? Why can't my wife, this fucking cunt, be as nice as half these bitches in these movies? They're going through the same shit that I'm going through, and their response is the proper response, not whatever the fucking Kashi Maru that I have.
Oh, you Kashi Maru. You mean the women in the actual movie itself?
Yeah, the actual movie, like whatever the situation.
You know what?
The conflict.
Yeah.
Fucking Tony makes a good point.
He does.
These women see so many chick flicks. Act like the
like
women
the chick. She's understanding and shit
in the movies.
And the guy's being a total asshole, and she's still running after him.
Of course she is.
Jesus Christ.
The guy is out playing poker, once a week.
He's not paying attention to her as much as he should.
Fuck yeah. Fucking A, Tony, you're
Tony
right.
makes a great point.
All right, punch it out, boys.
Thank you, sir. That's a really good point.
By the way, grab all the money, Tony. Grab it all.
Yeah, why leave half?
Why leave fucking half? It's just going to come back to haunt you.
Yeah, well, let's go to Andrew in Toronto. Andrew.
Good evening.
Hi.
Hello, Andrew.
Listen, boys, I got to address a double standard that's out there, too, because I go through the same shit that all these guys are going through, and I get guilted into watching the TV shows with my girl, and then she'll hop on her laptop for 2 hours and check her fucking Facebook.
Yeah. See, women, girls, whatever, they can usually do whatever they want to do with impunity.
You know what?
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God. 18 fucking hours straight at Farmville, building a fucking fake farm, going over and harvesting their friends' crops.
What are you talking about?
There's a game called Farmville.
It's SimCity for girls.
Yeah, it actually
but
is.
SimCity's for girls.
No, SimCity's pretty cool.
Was it cool?
You make
I
buildings.
gave up on the whole SimCity a long time ago.
There's fires and natural disasters.
All right, I gotta shut up there.
Nothing bad happens except maybe if you wait too long, your crops will rot. You got to actually farm.
If you forget to harvest,
and women play this?
crops go all day.
And
all
there's
day
texting going on. It's like, oh my God, I'm in school. Could you harvest my crops for me?
So it's like a Tamagotchi, but it's a farm.
Yeah, it's like any.
But they have the Tamagotchis
They
too.
got the pets.
That's the Petville.
Petville, where you have to take care of your pet.
Dude, why are you guys bitching?
What do you mean?
Before this, they were, the women were all in our shit. I want to thank the inventors of Facebook.
Oh, believe me, I'm not
Facebook
complaining.
has given these women something to do with their lives.
I'm not
They're
complaining.
not bothering you as much because more women are on Facebook than guys. It has to be. Has to be.
Yeah, I think so. At this point, the only reason guys are there is to find pussy. Girls are there.
Girls are there to
play
trade
games
and trade recipes.
and like, oh, these pictures of us doing something. And
here's a picture of me from 10 years ago.
Oh.
Check it out.
Anyway, boys, love you. I'm reaching out.
Sorry.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Farmville.
Yeah, Farmville is Fishville. You have a virtual fish tank you have to take care of, or else you'll get gack and algae.
So much fun cleaning your tank and
Cleaning your
feeding
tank,
fish.
and then you work up to the point where you could afford like a little diver that blows bubbles out of his helmet and put that in the tank.
Really? You get cooler fish.
You get betterer fish. Oh, it's fantastic.
Let's go to Nick in Minnesota. Listen to this guy. Nick.
How you doing, guys?
All right, brother.
I don't have to worry about watching chick flicks, but me and the wife are in the truck. I'm an over-the-road trucker, and we're in the truck 24 hours a day, almost 365 days a year together. We don't really have a home. We live in the truck, okay?
We get it.
At night, when we sit down and watch our movie together, halfway through the movie sometimes I'll get up, and I'll want to get on the computer. And even then, she'll go, oh, why are you leaving me? I mean, I understand it's nice to be wanted, but do you understand it's like, oh, my God, babe, we're together constantly.
Yeah,
we're never apart for more than 15 minutes.
You're literally together 23 plus hours a day.
Makes no sense. There's
the only time is maybe when you're taking your morning dump.
There's an
and she's still
insecurity
bothering
there.
you.
Now, did I
huge insecurity.
win a prize to ease my pain and suffering or no?
Oh,
no, I guess not.
Whoa. You know what? I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? Fuck,
damn.
I'll give you something.
You know, we had to roll through the Rolodex of all the prizes we
Nick,
have.
I hate to tell you, but we got a new sponsor, Fuse Meeting. I had $500 ready to give you.
The guy
You
just
hung up way too quick. Good luck getting back on because the phones are now all taken.
Dude, he hung up on $500.
And all I was doing was thinking it over, going, you know what? Yeah, okay,
Why
this
not?
makes sense.
He
Guy seems like a faithful listener. He's in hell in his truck with his wife. Yeah, let's give him a little pleasure.
What
today.
an ass.
Kevin from Connecticut. Oh, your funny line went flying by, unfortunately. Well, now you know. Okay, my wife is great, Kevin writes. She lets me do whatever I want. Her name is David.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
We gave away. Okay.
You want a couple more of these? I have a rule that if she doesn't know what she wants to do when we go out, we're going to do what I want to do.
Oh, that's another thing.
Oh, you know what?
That's another situation where it's like, I want to do something. Well, what do you want to do? I don't know. I want to go out. I want to do something. All right, pick something. You know, it would be nice if once you could just like, come up with something to do and then we can do it. And like I'm the entertainment director, and God forbid if she's the one that wants to go out and do something that she would have, come up with an idea to do. It's then, it's your fucking problem now. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, man. Come up with come on, circus fucking clown. Come up with something for us to do that I will find fun.
Come on, cruise director.
Oh,
I have a rule.
God.
Okay, so we did that one. Perfect solution to the problem. Follow your chick around for a few weeks, hounding her, and she'll stop hounding you.
Is that the old reverse psychology?
Women are the way they are because of all the depressing shit they watch on TV. Let's say hi to Max in Dallas, home of the Lodge. What's up, Max?
Hey, guys. I was going to say the other thing, but I was going to see if I could try for that 500 because I'm ready to just strangle this bitch.
Where the fuck have you been, Max?
Well, they have me working different shifts, dude. Now I'm back to morning.
You remember Max? I remember you. You used to call a lot. I haven't heard from you in, I would say, easily a year.
Opie remembers callers like fucking Rain Man. I will forget you before you hang up the phone.
But then you will remember a line from an obscure fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. What you remember is bizarre to me, and what I remember is bizarre to you.
It's just amazing.
I don't know. I remember Max, though. He used to call all the time. What's going on, Max?
Well, okay, I'm married to this chick. For starters, she's fucking OCD like you wouldn't believe. She'll wash the same load of dishes like 5 times.
There's a problem.
And she's a clothes hoarder. She'll go down to those, they got these red box things for like Goodwill or whatever.
Yeah, I've seen those.
She'll take clothes and throw them in there and whatever. And if the boxes are full, people just leave the bags in front of the boxes. She'll go down there and load all the fucking bags of clothes up in the back of my pickup truck, and I'll come home, and my living room will look like a goddamn Goodwill.
Why doesn't she understand that's shit clothing that is like dropped off there? Or poor divorced guy's clothing?
Morally, Anthony, that shit is for people who have absolutely nothing.
Who need it, you're right.
Exactly. And then other times she'll call like Burger King or McDonald's and say, me and my husband went through there a couple hours ago and you guys didn't get my order right. Can I send them back through to get it? Dude, I was at work when that shit happened. I'm like, we never went through Burger King or whatever. So she'll call me up and say, they got a free order of food over there. And I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe she went while I was at work. Come to find out, that's stealing, man.
She just figured out a nice... Yeah, it's a pretty good scam, though.
That is a nice scam.
If you're a little hungry and
she's a whack job, Max.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I'm in the process of getting a divorce right now. I'm doing it on the sly because she's one of those...
Oh, really? As you announce it on a radio show with a unique voice. Yeah.
And he does on the sly. Isn't she going to realize when you don't come home ever again?
Well, that could be a possibility, but no.
You know what you should do is you should just drive around town where the clothes pickup is and have her just collect so many clothes that she just buries herself in the house, and then you don't have to worry about her anymore.
Yeah, maybe she'll walk in and it'll just fall on top of her and smother her or something. That would be cool.
You know what? That's why we got a bunch of topics happening right now, but I think we try to teach something to the youngsters every once in a while because we do very well with men 18 all the way up to 49 and actually into the 50s now.
Yes.
We're getting a little older. To the youngsters out there, fucking live with your broad before you marry her.
You have to.
You gotta you gotta do some of this test driving. I know it's almost like a hack bit, but you gotta test drive. You gotta see what they're about.
Stop this traditional shit of chaste before marriage. You got to live with this person. You got to know what the fuck they're all about.
You got to see if she's good in bed. You got to make sure she doesn't have a smelly pussy. You got to make sure she's not a hoarder. Max, did you know your broad was a hoarder before you married her?
No, I didn't.
There you go. No clue. See,
you are gambling half your shit on something you don't even know about. You've done no research on it. You wouldn't even buy a stock
you had a good
without
time
doing a little research on it.
You have a good time in a bar with a girl. Next thing you know, you think you want to marry her. You don't know half.
And you're only
her
seeing
shit.
her, if it's a traditional courtship, you're only seeing her at her best.
Right.
You know, hey, we're going to go out tonight. We're doing this. We're doing that. She's going to be, made up. You are only seeing her out in a good mood, maybe hanging out at her parents' house or her place or at your house or something like that. Just something like that. You're only seeing her at her best. You're not seeing that everyday grind of here it is now. Here's how she cleans up the house or doesn't clean up the house. Dude. Here's how much she tips back during the week. These are things I think you need to know before you fucking get married.
You fucking nailed it. When I was living in Rochester, I don't want to, you know the person, but I'll just say a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Every Friday, we would get in the car, drink beers the entire time, by the way, which is insane.
Of course.
All the way to Boston. Every weekend, we would do the Rochester to Boston trip because we knew a lot of people that lived in Boston at the time, but he in particular. Max, I'm going to let you go because I got to talk to Ant.
Right on, man.
Thanks. It was good hearing from you. And the reason we went, because he was in love with this girl that he met at our college, but she moved on to Boston.
Yeah.
Didn't know much about her except we're drinking and partying at the in-between in Geneseo or wherever, right? And so we would make the road trip every weekend, mostly because, he was in love with her, but it was also a good time every weekend. And finally, weekend after weekend of just partying, they finally decide, this is it, and they get married. And then he lived in hell for a few years and got divorced because now she moves back to the Rochester area, and now it's not the, hey, we're having fun partying, relationship they truly had. Now it was the mundane shit of going to work every day, coming home.
Yeah, the day-to-day shit.
You know, when everyone's drunk, you can get along with everybody.
Of course.
But when you take the booze away and all that, and it's not a party anymore, you start realizing what the person's about.
You're partying, everything's fun, you're not with each other constantly, so that when you are with each other, it's cool, you have shit to talk about, you have, things to do that are new and exciting.
It's just
it's
just fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
As soon as we got to Boston, it's like, okay, where's the beer? Where's this? We going out to a bar this weekend? Where are we going?
Yeah.
Where are we partying?
Yep.
It wasn't even like they never did anything normal. Like, all right, well, let's go to a museum today and have a nice little lunch and walk around Boston. It was always just hardcore partying the entire time they were together.
And you can't.
And it was completely different when they got out of that environment.
Once you hook up and get married or live together for a number of years, and that shit that just starts bugging the fuck out of you starts happening. Now with women, we've explained it. It's guys wanting to play computer games, just be on the computer, watch movies that they don't want to watch, things like that. But the women, all of a sudden, you start noticing it's like, wow, this chick's a slob.
Mm-hmm.
Now, meanwhile, you might not be the cleanest guy, and you might have no justification whatsoever in crucifying her for not cleaning up or anything like that, but you're just like, it bugs you, and you're like, she's a fucking slob. This doesn't bother her.
Right.
It's just the certain little things that just...
Amazing.
Day-to-day, mundane bullshit. Never again.
Fuck.
That's why I have a get the fuck out rule after a certain period of time now.
Yeah, but how do you tell them?
No, it never reaches a point where they have to be told.
Are you talking about a get the fuck out weekend
Not
thing?
not permanent get the fuck out, but my weekdays are pretty, I like being alone during the week, maybe a couple of weekdays, just something, but I don't like this you live here thing anymore.
Oh, it's about time.
Tell me about it. Exactly. I finally figured it out. Oh, wow.
Like, geez, Ed, you've been single for two hours. How about you enjoy yourself before you move into the next one?
I know. Boy, would I just zip right into another long-termer.
Look, man, I'm no better. I was in a long relationship, but you know what? I took my time in between the two relationships, big time. I had a couple of years easily off.
I have overlapping fields of fire. I just really, I go from one to both, to the other.
Right.
I like keeping everything covered.
That's just amazing. Well, here's the problem. Nick is calling back that trucker. He wants that $500 from Fuse Meeting.
Uh-oh.
Here's the problem, Nick.
Yeah.
There's 4 Nicks that are truckers that are on the line right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You lose, sir. Good day. I'm not going to just pick a Nick the trucker. I'll pick that Nick the trucker if he was, on the line.
Yeah. Sorry.
And we should take our first break.
Why don't we do that?
Well, all right.
Oh, my God, I know the phones are packed.
Just so we could get the female point of view. Kate from Massachusetts, you're the last call before the break. Kate, what's up?
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Oh.
Another fucking voice.
These sultry morning voice girls. Where are you from?
Massachusetts.
Where's the horrendous accent?
I was raised right.
She was raised right.
No accent. I used to get yelled at for that.
Yeah.
You're a little Irish girl?
No, actually.
A big Irish girl?
I was going to go with a different nationality.
I'm a little girl.
You're a little, what's your ethnic background?
Portuguese, English, Scottish, and French.
I was going to say, like,
it's a good combination.
Some kind of fucking Scottish thing. I heard a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Just from my Caddyshack fucking viewing.
And you're
Scottish in there.
You're petite?
Yes, I'm 4'11" and 90 pounds.
Wow.
Jesus.
Could throw you around. Are you proportioned well?
Yes.
Whoa.
Oh, that means she's got the big boobies.
No,
No,
not
just
necessarily.
proportion. You got a boyfriend?
No.
You want one? Do you make it down to New York very often?
Anthony could be your boyfriend for
In the worst.
3 days.
Yeah, and then you get the fuck out.
Yeah. He'll give you a relationship for a long weekend.
Oh, you'll love it. It's fun. The house is nice. Things to do.
Yeah.
I'm good for 3 days. For 3 days, you'll think I'm the greatest guy in the world.
Leave your morals at the front stoop.
Front stoop. Before you reach the state. Yeah, for 3-4 days, I'm a prince. I'm a fucking prince.
When does it get to be a nightmare? Late Sunday.
Day 5,
right.
I start getting a little fucking grouchy and gamey.
A little itchy.
A little itch. I have a little itch to fucking play a little Call of Duty or something.
I'd be playing with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Might have to hook this up.
You ever flee your own house?
I've never fled my own house because of who's in there.
Wait till you get to that point.
You gotta just flee the house.
You just leave your own house. Those are the days when you know you have nothing of value in there.
Yeah.
And you just don't know how to fucking...
It's like, there's nothing. I could just leave and not be affected.
You just leave your own house.
Hey,
for hours.
How old a gal are you?
I'm 31.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Kate, what do you got?
Yeah, I just recently got divorced probably about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And he was more or less the clingy one. Anytime I wanted to go out with my friends just for a drink after work or anything, he's like, well, where are you going? What are you doing? I'm like, I'm having a life outside, this. And he's like, well, can I go? And I'm like, no. Well, why not? Like, because I have my own friends. I'm not, like, glued to you. And he I don't know, he played Xbox and stuff, and that's how I started getting into Xbox. I even got my own, 360 and everything the day it came out. But he was just like, it just wouldn't let me have...
He was clingy?
Yeah.
And did you tell him that you were divorcing him?
I was separated for 2 years before he fought the divorce. And I was cool about it. I didn't want to, be a bitch or anything. I didn't get a lawyer. We just...
Oh, wow.
I drove him right to the courthouse and said, let's just $200. What was it, like $215?
Wow, that would be nice.
Just fill out the paperwork. We'll decide on, who gets what. It's not a big deal. Take whatever you want. I don't give a shit. We're still friends. We talk, but, it's like it's totally done.
God, you're getting chewed apart here on in the chat room. People are like, he loved you, you bitch. She's lying. She probably cheated on him. Boy, people are great.
Actually, he's the one that's cheated on me.
Whoa, really?
Yes.
With what? A whore?
With what? As far as
someone from work, a younger girl. What was it?
Oh God, it was just random skanks.
Yeah, it's usually what it is. We love our random skanks.
Because they give up the shitter.
Right. Could tool them in the old poopy.
That's right.
I look at it as whatever,
All right, Kate.
I was good to him, so.
Well, good luck to you, Kate. Find it somebody.
She'll be just fine. Thank you, Kate.
Thank you.
It's the worst of the Opie and Anthony show.
Sam,
what?
We're going to watch a video of dancing retards.
No, Eric, why would we?
I don't know. They're all dressed up and formal, and they're retarded.
That's really insulting.
Why wouldn't we?
I guess so. All dressed up and nowhere to go. A bunch of retards going to the prom when we come back.
This is the worst of Opie and Anthony on the Virus Sirius XM. He's a movie star, multiple award winner, country music superstar. And now, to celebrate 10 years of the best in commercial-free country music, Sirius XM presents Tim McGraw. A private subscriber event at the historic Beacon Theater in New York City. Go to SiriusXM.com/Tim for complete details, official rules, and your chance to be there.
Yeah, I saw you're out on Greg's List. I was interested in your 32-gig iPad. What shape's it in?
It's slightly used. It has a big scratch, but it works.
Yeah, how much?
Only $200.
I just saw one that sold on Bizid.com for $3 and it was brand new with the warranty.
Then go to Bizid.com.
Go to Bizid for the hottest new gear, all covered by the manufacturer's warranty, up to 99% off retail. Bizid is your #1 online auction source. Go to Bizid.com and use promo code CRAZY to save up to $100 off your first auction win. That's BEEZID.com.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-574-2861. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Donate your vehicle and you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-574-2861. That's 1-800-574-2861.
Do you have unwanted jewelry that you want to get rid of? Avoid the embarrassment of going to a pop-up gold store or a pawn shop. Go to the original cashforgold.com that has over 1 million transactions. Turn your unwanted gold, silver, and platinum jewelry into cold hard cash with cashforgold.com. They're the original direct processors of precious metals and the pioneer of the mail-in gold industry. There's no middleman. In fact, cashforgold.com guarantees 5% more back than any other nationally advertised competitor. It's confidential and convenient. Just call 800-710-7947. Request a refiner's return pack, place your unwanted jewelry in the pack, send it to cashforgold.com, and they'll send you cash within 24 hours of processing. The refiner's return pack is absolutely free and insured. With gold and silver prices at their highest, it's time to act. Call 800-710-7947 or go to cashforgold.com. That's cash, the number 4, gold.com. Mention promo code radio and receive an extra 10% payout. That's 800-710-7947 or cashforgold.com.
Are you struggling with too much credit card debt? Sky-high interest rates, late fees, over-limit fees? Having trouble just making the monthly minimums? We can help. We're Credit Card Relief. We've helped thousands of people become debt-free in months instead of years, all while saving thousands of dollars and without risking your family home. No, this isn't bankruptcy. It isn't one of those credit counseling deals or a high-interest consolidation loan. We're Credit Card Relief. We've been helping people just like you for nearly a decade. We're an attorney-driven program with an outstanding record of performance and client satisfaction. If you're serious about getting out of debt, call Credit Card Relief right now. Don't wait for the collection calls to start. The consultation is free, and the relief is real.
Call 866-888-9801. 866-888-9801. That's 866-888-9801.
Are you an inventor, or do you know an inventor who would like to attempt to have an invention or idea patented and submit it to industry? Call InventHelp, America's largest invention company, and learn how to get your free inventor's information. You'll learn how to attempt to patent your idea and submit it to industry from the company that has helped secure over 7,000 patents. It's a free call, so call now. 1-800-220-9562. That's 1-800-220-9562. Call toll-free at 1-800-220-9562. That's 1-800-220-9562. InventHelp is a fee-based company.
You're listening to the worst of Opie and Anthony. It's the worst of the Opie and Anthony show on the virus. Sirius XM.
Sam, did you go to your prom?
Yes, I did. I went to 2 proms.
I did as well. You went to yours, and who else's?
The girl I was dating in junior year was a senior. That's right. Cha-ching.
Same with me.
Oh.
Back-to-back proms.
Yeah, but E-Rock, the 2 proms that you went to, much like the proms that we talked about on the show, were special needs proms.
No, they were not.
Then how did you get into a regular person's prom?
I went to a regular public high school.
But you had a special class.
No, I did not.
Really?
Not at all.
How'd they sneak you through the system? You have very special needs.
Those are dietary.
Oh.
Not intellectual.
Did you ever get to the cafeteria at school and then whoever you were standing in front of in line went, oh, great.
Yes.
It's Nagel.
And I'll tell you why.
He always eats all the mini corn cobs.
No, we didn't have corn cobs.
Like the half corn cobs?
No, they said that because they were the ones who got free lunches, and I'm the one who paid extra for that 3rd cheeseburger.
Yeah, you got all the fries. You were the kid who just filled his tray up with
3
fries.
slices of pizza and a lot of salad.
It's not healthy. But Nagel, it's a special needs prom that we're talking about, a prom put on just for those with special needs.
Retards!
Oh, Eric, this is a very ugly side of you. I hope Opie, Anthony, and Jim don't go in that direction with this.
Retards.
Oh, you could just go to it.
Retards.
parts. Jesus. All right, enough of this. I can't take it.
This is the worst of Opie and Anthony on the Virus Sirius XM.
All right, what else? Oh yeah, the special needs.
Special needs prom. Now that's sweet.
Here, prom season is the giving season.
I can't say enough about these kids.
The teenagers at St. Charles High will be dancing with the stars. The stars just happen to be teenagers with special needs.
Stars
the special
rotating
needs
around their
prom,
head like
now in its
idiots.
14th
That is fucking hilarious.
So they're having fun.
Yeah.
All right.
With special needs. The special needs prom, now in its 14th year, is put on by members of the high school's Renaissance Club.
Kids that do the right things, kids that academically perform.
It was all started by the club's sponsor at the time, who had a child with Down syndrome. She knew that the best lessons for students don't always come from a textbook.
Everybody has a place, and everybody belongs together, and everybody
Looks
takes
like me.
care of one another.
What? It's a girl with Down syndrome.
She looks like me. Wow.
And she's doing a dance, and there's spotlights on her, like little spotlights or mirror ball lights, and she looks like she's trying to bat the light away.
Yeah, that's what you need.
You got to really try to tell her the concept that it's impossible to hit light. Actually, you can.
Oh my God, I'm going to hell for this one.
They're not very
Yeah,
good.
that's-
They're
John-
not good dancers.
No, they're not.
John,
They dance like a bunch. Well, you know.
John T. from Virginia writes, you want to guess the prom theme song?
What was it?
Lady Gaga's Just Dunce.
Or Let's Dunce. Could be a bunch of dunce ones, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Well, what happened?
Me and Travis are butting heads with the same joke. The obvious one is Let's Get Retarded from the Black Eyed Peas.
That's funny. How they should have just blasted that. Oh, how in trouble would someone be if they blasted Black Eyed Peas? Let's get retarded. Ha! Let's get retarded. They're just dancing and have no clue. You know what, Danny? Play the video while Let's Get Retarded is going so we can get the full impact. Yeah. Yeah, because they're all dressed up like it's their prom. Because I guess it is. What school are they going to that it's their prom?
I think it's a whole county thing.
Oh, is it a county thing? So it's not even school, right? Stop. This inclusion thing is retarded. I mean, ridiculous. It's obvious. Oh. This is good when it was retarded. And not get it, like, started. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You're gonna be okay! You're gonna be okay!
Dude, this is classic.
It's syncing up.
You gotta get this video and put that to it.
You think YouTube would have a problem if you fucking put this up?
Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. This is so wrong.
Oh, boy.
It's a great song.
She'd have to be.
I am the werewolf!
Yes, you're the werewolf. Holy shit, was that good. God, that syncs up very well.
Let's find out more.
Care of one another.
Teens in special education classes all over St. Charles County are invited.
He talked about it for weeks, ever since we got the invitation.
16-year-old Brendan Hodges can be shy at times. This wasn't one of those times.
The kids here just take them under their wings and they treat them just as an individual. And it doesn't matter that they have a disability, they treat them like with all their abilities.
Brendan not only came with his dancing shoes, he came with a date. A prom is often a highlight in a teenager's life, but kids with special needs often remain in the shadows. This night gives them the chance to shine. So I'm told you're the best dancer here, is that true?
That's true.
That's very true. The evening lasts only a few hours, but the memories last a lot longer.
It's a great feeling in the bottom of my heart. I just love doing it. It's so special.
We're all equal, and we all just want to have fun.
One group of teenagers wrapping their arms around another as if to say, we're all in this together.
I'm not as stupid as you. Isn't that sweet?
Yeah, we got a DJ online. Mike in Minnesota.
Hey, I'm a DJ here at a nightclub up in Minnesota, and I also run the poker tournaments. So I had a special needs, I don't know, some kind of party come in, 20, 30 kids, and I threw my computer on random, and I ran back to run the poker tournament. When I walked back in the room like 15 minutes later, it's blasting Let's Get Retarded with these 20, 30 retarded kids dancing on the floor.
Oh, so they did do that.
What's that?
They did do that? They played Let's Get Retarded?
I did by accident. Like,
you did. Oh, you're terrible, man.
You put it on random. You don't believe?
I'm sure you did.
Jimmy, don't believe.
I think that you mean well, sir, but I think that you're just trying to have some fun.
Let me say hi to Andy in Cleveland. Andy, Robert Kelly's going to be up there at the Improv.
The Improv, yeah.
Starting tomorrow night. You should go see him, Andy.
Is it tomorrow through Saturday or tomorrow through Sunday?
I don't know.
But yeah, Bob,
I was actually making a delivery down there the other day. I saw the billing. I have a question logistically. Does St. Charles County have enough short limos to get all the kids there?
Oh, my God.
Do they have enough limos?
Short limo.
Oh, that's funny. That's nice. A prom for the
they're
retarded
just trying
kids.
to have fun,
Yeah,
just like
I got
everyone else.
I got no problem for that.
Memories that'll last minutes.
Jesus, Andy. Just a horrible human being. Just the worst. Jesus. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's never good when we go down this
last minutes.
Someone spiked the punch with pennies. Chubby Dickweed writes. Did not know that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. I'm thinking real hard. One,
well, let's go to
can't
Jimmy.
quite.
Jimmy in Jersey. Jimmy.
Hi.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jersey.
What?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey, you.
How you doing?
Hey, good. How are you, man?
Good, good. Listen, the only reason that kid's the best dancer is because he hasn't shit his pants by the end of the song.
Is that what the criteria is?
P-Roll from Philly writes they redefined the slow dance.
Oh, that's true. It's every dance is a slow dance. It doesn't matter what song they're playing.
It's very,
yeah.
Is Bob Kelly in a Subway commercial?
No, why? I don't think so.
Or look-alike? Like, explain yourself on instant feedback, please.
Yeah. Who was picked a home dumbing queen?
Max in Dallas. Max.
Hey, guys. I was wondering if they had to redesign the prom king and queen's crown to fit over the big water head.
Giant crowns.
Two other crowns fucking taped together, opened up. It's a hubcap. Fucking. I don't even feel good about these jokes.
I know, it's always bad. It's just always bad.
Because they really are having such a nice... They're all nice, retarded kids having fun.
They're just trying to dance and eat each other's corsage. Jeez. Big bowl of pink chips.
Oh, no.
It's just never good.
That is really bad.
I know.
A bowl of paint chips with some ranch dressing next to them?
Yes, of course. Damage has already been done. They're tasty.
Over every electrical socket, there's a sign. It has a fork with like a circle and a line through it. You know, because they do that. God bless them.
Outside, there's just a bunch of those giant tricycles parked in the parking lot. You know, the ones only they drive. Big basket with a flower on it. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Excuse me, can I check your helmets?
Oh, no. Oh, save the last dunce for me.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh. Do you like the chicken, fish, beef, or plastic soldiers? Yeah, that's just bad.
That's funny.
There's just no reason for it. Sorry.
Let's say hi to Sean in North Carolina.
Yeah, let's do
Sean.
There she is, Miss Embarrassment.
Oh, stop. That's Miss America. It's nothing to do with a prom. That's good. As long as they
good for them. They're
had
having fun. Yeah.
If as long, fun is fun. Mm-hmm. That's what I say. Whew. Wow. Yeah. Okay. That's about it.
Really?
We're
Yeah.
all thinking of prom things.
I know. I'm just reading, from feedback and things. And wearing who's that? Cigars and scotch. Put on your cumberdum. Son of a bitch. Holy shit. Whew. Tuxedo. Tuxedo. Who? Hey, yeah. Yes, every picture was ruined. I just, okay, I see where you're going here. Well, again, as long as everybody's...
Bob Levy texted me a funny line. It's the new show, Dancing with the Tards.
You're listening to the worst of the Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus, Sirius XM.
Sam, we have Patrice O'Neal in studio. And
Where?
Not right now, but this week.
You just said he was in studio.
No, we've had Patrice in studio.
I know.
All right, let's start over again so you don't get confused.
Where is he coming?
Patrice O'Neal in this
he
bit.
had gigs this weekend.
No, Patrice O'Neal is in studio for this bit, okay?
This one we're doing right now?
No, the one we're going to talk about.
Oh.
Okay, so Patrice is here.
He is?
Yes, and he's talking...
Where?
No, stop.
What?
He's talking about Chinese people, how he feels that they're very impolite and don't treat him like a human being.
Yeah, I mean, he makes his racial observations from time to time, and a lot of times they're very deep. There's a lot of thought put into them, and he's a man who's experienced life, and he's here to tell us about that. In this case, life with Asian people. Now, Eric, you're a racist. How do you feel about this?
I am not a racist.
You're not?
No.
Oh, well, I was wrong. Patrice is here to give us his opinion on the matter right now.
I can't believe anyone is still listening to this show.
It's the worst of the Opie and Anthony Show. The Virus.
Chinese people are the cheapest, most disconnected human beings I've ever fucked. Let me tell you, man, the guy been coming to clean my fish tank. I can't clean it, you know? Cleans my fish tank. Every month I give him a 2, every month.
Wow.
2?
2. Because it's hard. I watch him. I go, this is worth it. This shit.
You got a big-ass fish tank? We don't even know about this.
220 gallons.
What do you got in it? Anything good?
I got a lot of good shit. I got lobsters and fucking... It's not... And a lady convinced me it was... I had it like 5 years because you know, my fucking blood pressure. She's like, fish calm you down. I don't even watch them. I just feed them and they live their life.
You don't even watch them anymore.
If them cocksuckers could walk, they would just leave. Like they like,
and that's saltwater tank?
I have a freshwater, but I have good looking freshwater fish.
Yeah, they got how big is 220 gallons?
It's, I don't know.
Is that about a 220 right there?
It's pretty big.
Jesus Christ.
And it's, you know, it's not,
big tank.
It's not an asshole big. It's not like, it's just, you know, cool big. I have a little space that's
gotcha.
But this guy goes, he comes in, his name is Tom, good guy. You know, Patrice, you know, I told him, get me a fucking thing so I can check my pH for the thing. I don't want my fish being uncomfortable. It's like sometimes the pH goes, give me a pH thing.
You don't want him to get the ick.
Yeah, you know, get all that bullshit. So
like
I try to take care of the fucking
air.
Right.
You don't want to walk around in acid
I'm like
air.
sitting there going, hey, I'll just wait.
Yeah.
Fucking fish are sitting there choking. Let me tell you something. You know when your fish is suffering when their mouth, they're breathing like people in the water through their mouth? Get your water shitty, nigga. Change your water.
They're gasping underwater.
Like, fish breathe through their gills.
Shit, yeah.
When their mouth is open other than eating, there's issues. Clean your tank, you cocksucker. So, he brings me this pH meter. The pH meter was like 100. He goes, but I didn't charge you for the battery. Like, what?
For the battery.
I used one of my batteries. I go, you didn't. I said, sir, here's where I knew he's fucking insane. I go, I said, man, thank you so much. Sarcasm?
Yeah.
He goes, it's okay. Like he
didn't take the sarcasm. He thought you were thanking him for the battery.
This fucker said to me, I didn't charge you $4 for a thermometer. Chinese guy. Nice guy. He told me that. So anytime somebody passively tells you that they didn't charge you for something, they want to. I said, I don't have it on me. I said to my girl, I said, sweetie, go upstairs and get this. There's a bucket full of change. And bring it downstairs. I pulled out $4 of quarters. This motherfucker
took it,
cupped his hands, and took $4 in quarters. And said, I went above and beyond the point to try to embarrass him.
Yeah.
He cupped his fucking hands. Chinese restaurant I go to almost twice a week. I only go there to eat. They won't give me a fortune cookie. They don't know my name. They mispronounce it. The fucking girl calls me O'Neal, right? It says Patrice. She goes, oh,
Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Party of four?
Dude,
you know,
I'm telling you, I try to make my own Chinese food anytime I can get a chance.
It's impossible.
If I figure it out, it's gonna, I'll never go back again.
You need that headache spice. Whatever that fucking thing is.
MSG, nigga.
Right.
Trust me,
figure out that MSG
without
shit.
MSG, you're not gonna make delicious Chinese food.
No.
It's a fucking hallucinogen.
No, when you go to the Chinese restaurant twice a week, they look at you where they almost know you. You get that almost, where you have to remind them who you are. Like, you know,
one waiter shakes my hand like he knows me.
He sort of thinks he knows you, and he doesn't understand why. And you have to go, well, because I'm here all the time, asshole.
The little girl behind that takes the orders, if I come pick, she won't know me. While I'm waiting, can I have a glass of half water, half cranberry?
They get it.
That they put the $4.50.
They put it right on your takeout bill.
Oh, yeah.
Chinese people know nothing about loyalty, man.
Like
let me ask you this.
You know, give and take.
But they're not even aware, though, I'm thinking.
No.
I don't think it's malicious.
Like the Jew that we talked about. They're aware. If they're gonna be cheap, they're aware they're being cheap to you. The Asians, I don't think, or the Chinese people, I don't think I don't even think they're aware what they're doing.
I think you might be right, because Jews have a negotiation cheap. They're just going to try to get what you go back and forth and whatever.
Good negotiators.
Chinese people have it's an ingrained, because I think a penny here or there means nothing to them. I think here's what they are. Tremendous service. I'm telling you, the guy that cleans my fish tank, dude, fucking meticulous cocksucker, man. Lifts shit by himself, does a fucking phenomenal job, but will not be human with me. I've been trying to make him human for 5 years.
Wow.
He won't be human with me. He gets.
What is that about?
And he won't. I go, look, after 5 years, I know a little bit about fish. I go, this guy, something's wrong with this thing. It's not growing. I think it might not be a male. Because male fish just look better than female fish. Sometimes female fish, they're bland. Male fish, they get colorful. And I go, I think he might be. Oh, no, I think what happened was at the pet stop, they didn't feed him. So, nigga, stop. Like, and then he'll do a, I know that you're trying to be funny laugh to me. Like, he knows that I'm trying to be charming. So he goes to try to go with it.
Acknowledge it, but he's not
able to be human. It's something about what they do to them.
I don't get it. All right, here's the question now, Patrice. You travel the country doing your comedy. You see a lot of Asians in the audience?
I'm going to tell you the only place where they
San Francisco.
Where they have human Asians.
Human Asians are in San Fran.
Dude.
They've been there longer than
the first time I went to San
place.
Francisco, a Chinese girl said, "You're so funny." And she didn't use an FL or an R. Like, it was like, "You're funny."
They've been there longer than like any other place in the country.
Thank you. We talked. And I said, dude, I'm telling you, I said, look, I'm not bullshitting. This may sound right. Where I'm from, I'm at war with Asians, man. I'm at war with them. They just won't be nice. San Francisco Asians are the greatest Asians. They're so like people. Never have I met any other ones that's
they've been there a long fucking time.
Yeah, they've been there a long time. I think that's what it is.
East Coast Asians, like Chinatown Asians, just
it's a whole nother
horrible
group.
group.
You just have no idea. I have a place that I order sushi from. I have it delivered. You know,
Japanese not as bad as Chinese, by the way. I'm jumping in right now.
Wait a minute,
I'm jumping in right now.
You have to jump in.
I'm jumping in right the fuck now. It's still bad, but not as bad.
We have to explore the fact, okay, that look, in every group, and I'm explaining it to people out there that wonder why white people and black people are the only, it seems that it's redundantly us talking about race. Mm-hmm. For that simple point is that we picked a color, that we picked a side, black and white. We don't get into Irish and Italian and half Barbados and half Jamaican. It's black versus white. Fucking Chinese people, every group has a white person of that group that they hate. Puerto Ricans are the white people of Latinos. Because they don't have to swim here and they treat them like shit. They treat every other Latino like shit because they're illegal. Puerto Ricans laugh at Arizona because they're not fucking these dirty Mexicans, right? Same thing as Japanese. Japanese are the white people of fucking China, of Asia.
Yeah.
And they act a little, sushi restaurants, they have a little bit more personality. When you go into sushi restaurants and you're having trouble, those people are Chinese.
But that's what I'm talking about. This place does both Chinese and Japanese, and I think they have like a Japanese sushi guy that makes the sushi, but everyone in charge is Chinese. So when I order, first of all, I get stressed out to the point of like I'm sweating when I have to call the order in because I know no matter how many fucking times I give them my goddamn address,
something's gonna be wrong.
They cannot get that address right on the phone. I'll be like, blah, 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 here's my address, and they give it back to me, and it's a completely different word than my street. Completely different word. And then I'm like, no, that one, and you try to get the order right with them, and it's on their menu. They wrote the fucking thing.
They're frustrated.
Yeah.
Because they can't understand you in this great world where we speak this language.
Exactly.
I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
And now I've been like for years you use the same place because you just get used to it and everything. And I always ask for extra like soy sauce.
Oh.
And they bring me. I got like stacks of sushi, and I got 2 thimbles 2 thimbles of fucking soy sauce.
Am I supposed to dip all these California rolls in this?
Right.
Are you
3
serious?
California rolls, and it's fucking dried up.
Even worse, though, they hold back the wasabi the same way.
Yeah, wasabi, everything.
Did you see how much fucking fish I ordered, you fucking asshole?
The guacamole.
I don't care how healthy
Give me
you
wasabi
are.
as big as my fist.
You can't eat sushi without the the soy sauce and one little wrap of fucking rice and salmon soaks up all the fucking soy sauce.
That's why you need a lot of fucking soy sauce.
They do it with the wasabi too, man. I don't know what the fuck
damn.
the deal is with is it hard to make or something?
No,
Yeah, well, it seems like it's a cheap fucking
I
thing.
bought wasabi powder just in case I needed it.
I have wasabi in my house for the same reason because I know they'll never give me enough.
You make it. It's the easiest thing to make.
Motherfucker.
It's horseradish. But
And to them, giving you 2
cheap.
packets was taking care of you.
Everything's counted. They can't fucking. They don't just pick up a handful of chopsticks and throw them in. It's like
1, 2, 4 napkins.
4 napkins.
But that's what they make them do in their country.
Package of one fortune
For a
cookie.
real sushi lady in to
Sushi
make real
lady.
sushi sandwiches for us.
Sandwiches.
Sushi to desu. Hi. 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 She's friendly lady. What do we have here? The building blocks of sushi. Sushi meat, peaches, and guacamole.
Chelsea Riley.
And
What's up?
guacamole.
Wasabi. It's not that hard. To let other people from other countries talk to you. If you have peaches and it's just all peaches and cream all the time, it'd just be a dessert, you dungo. I love guacamole. It's my favorite. What's that? Who's really hot guacamole?
Guacamole. It's disgusting.
Holy guacamole!
That's just. I don't know what he's doing.
I don't either.
That's
but
like
it's
an
hilarious.
actor that has been in some great shit. And
John C. Reilly.
and
yeah.
he's doing Dr. Steve Brule
Oh my God.
on Adult Swim, and it's fucking hysterical.
It's classic.
Sushi meat. Peaches, when he points to the ginger. Peaches and the wasabi. And guacamole. Guacamole.
Holy guacamole!
This is horseradish. You're most likely to have come across it as the powerful paste wasabi that's eaten with sushi.
Sushi. That's eaten with sushi.
Look, I don't want to get banned by fucking it, but they have to stop, man. A lot of these people.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, dude. When I was doing the pilot, and we had some racial shit going on, and if you ask a foreigner to do them, they do the exact fucking like racist.
Oh, absolutely.
Shit we do.
Right.
They're exactly how they're portrayed.
Yeah.
Except for they do it. I can't do it because I'll be a fucking piece of shit.
Of course.
But they do the stereotype. They are the stereotype.
So what's the harm in doing it, especially in a comedic context, not this hate mongering or something? What's the crime in doing it? It's just
they're just fucking. They don't add to funny. Indians are the same way. Just how do you get? I've never seen a more miserable. I want to just hang out with Indian men. I've never seen a more miserable group of women.
Oh, don't they?
Indian women,
They
and that
never
comes
seem
from
to
the
be
guys.
having fun.
They are the saddest bunch of women I've ever. Now the ones that
Except the
American
young hot ones.
young hot ones who say
yeah.
fuck their own
Yes.
country.
Yeah.
But women who are down, who have this loyalty, and I think that's why again, black and white people are much happier. Even though we're in this racial game, we're much because we fuck each other.
It's like Tom and Jerry.
We fuck each other.
We're like fucking Tom and Jerry.
But not only fuck
the
like
Roadrunner and Coyote.
like fist fight.
Yeah.
We have sex with each other. White people fuck black people. The Mexicans, Indians, China, they're just loyal to their what? How can an Asian woman be happy? I've watched Asian porn. You watch porn. The little dick Asian thing is an absolute fact. I've never seen a Asian guy packing wood. Those women have to fuck that. And they're loyal to that. How can you be a happy woman? Indian women that have to wear that garb when it's hot.
Oh, that whole big paisley, colorful, long roby thing with jewelry and the weird shoes
And they turn them into
big
some
knee
about
socks and
Indian cum that turns a woman into a pig. a fat genie pig.
the curly shoes.
It's just miserable, dude. And they want you to fucking just walk around and respect what? Like, it just bugs me, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
There's just a weird fucking thing going on there. You're right.
Let me go to the phones. We got Kevin in Rhode Island. Kevin.
Hey, how you doing?
We're having a good time today, man.
Oh, good. Hey, I was on my birthday. I was at a Chinese restaurant, and this place is packed every night. And I got a nim chow, which is like white rice. And I look inside, and there's like a long black Asian hair right in the middle, man. And I asked the guy to make it. I was like, hey, can you remake this? And he remade it. And then I'm like, hey, why don't you take it off the menu? And he wouldn't do it.
What?
Would not take it
Wait,
off.
you had to pay for 2 of them?
Yeah, I had to pay for 2, and it was on my birthday. He knew that. The place was jammed.
What was his excuse, sir, for like, what was his fucking excuse when there was a hair in it? What did he say to you? Sorry? You got unlucky?
I got the bill. I said, can you take the nim chow off? And he goes, no, I made you another one.
But don't they understand that most likely you're never going back to that place? You're going to lose customers. The customer's always right. I mean, being in the restaurant business, it sucks sometimes, but you're like, all right, you do the right thing.
You should trademark that.
What?
Customers always right.
Get it on T-shirts.
Yeah, bumper sticker.
I think it's something so delicious about Chinese food.
It's
they
just
know
great.
you can't make General Gao's chicken.
Right.
You're not going to go home and make it yourself.
Sesame chickens. I Googled this recipe for to start to make it is like doing a science project. I thought it was just chicken. It's a bunch of shit you got to do.
You got to get chemical reactions.
Are you fucking?
You got to get chemical reactions.
I try to make my own beef and broccoli. I go, what the fuck did I do wrong?
It's just steak and broccoli. Like it's like you took steak and broccoli and mixed it together. It's not beef and broccoli like you get. Where does that brown fucking wonderful saucy
just call it goodness?
From? Where does that come from?
Brown goodness.
It's goodness. It's the consistency is perfect. It adheres to the steak and the broccoli.
I tried to make my own sushi one time.
Oh,
I couldn't get the rice to stick. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why does my fish taste like raw fish? This is not delicious.
It just tastes like
and is the
fucking...
rice just flying all over the place on you?
This is horrid.
It tastes like the sewer. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I tried to make sushi once too.
I had to
fucking rice wouldn't stay together.
I had to use electrical tape as the seaweed, nigga.
Or the rice is too sticky, you can't even get it off your own hands an hour later.
They're amazing.
That is amazing.
Which quickly, the history of MSG.
Mean they could be assholes.
Yeah, the history of MSG. It was in World War II. The fucking Americans, when they captured the Japanese, they took their rations, tasted it, and said, "What the fuck? This is delicious."
Oh, all right.
Send it to us, scientists.
This is delicious. And they fucking, it was MSG. MSG makes anything taste great.
Sure. Let me go to Shawnee, North Carolina. I can't let this one go. Not doing a lot of phones today, but this is a good story, too. Shawnee.
Hey, boys.
Hey.
A friend of my mother's went to a Chinese restaurant, and she went into the restroom, and there was a water leak or a puddle or something, and she slipped on the tile, wound up breaking her hip, and they called the EMTs to come get her. The owner came to her and her husband 3 times before they wheeled her out to remind her not to forget to pay her bill.
You pay the bill. You have to pay the bill.
So you break your hip in their restaurant, and they still want you to pay the bill.
I'm a hurt over here.
Is there any Chinese people that listen to the show that could possibly explain your people?
Yeah, because in a way it almost seems unfair, but
Maybe
please call up and explain some of this shit.
Maybe a second generation or third generation could explain their parents or grandparents.
My Chinese restaurant, they once gave me oranges for free after I was done, and I said thank you, and I felt like I wasn't thanking them enough for a lousy fucking few things of oranges.
Shitty desserts, toothpick oranges was on the floor.
They're like, oh, they did give me something for free finally. But then I felt guilty, like I wasn't thanking them enough.
And you catch a couple of clean your palate pineapple toothpick things.
Yeah.
From time to time, they do give you tea. But yesterday I had Chinese food. I said, listen, I'll have the tea, which is free.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, look, the door's open and the air conditioner's not on. Is it possible I can have some ice? Charge me for the ice because I was going to make iced tea.
Get the fuck out of here.
Totally different game when it's hot. Ice is another motherfucking issue, Jay. The free hot shit, take it, nigga. But if you make it cold and delicious and refreshing, it gonna cost you $2 for the ice.
It's gonna cost you.
You fucking, they're shocking. They're shocked, and I don't want to be this racist, but it's absolutely true. Why are you like that? Why the fuck are you?
If you're on hold and you hear a dial tone, I apologize ahead of time. I'm trying to clear the line so maybe we get some Asians to, fight back a little bit because we just don't understand this shit. Because we still got Geico phone calls coming in, we got AT&T phone calls coming in. Why are the Asians spitting in Chinatown? Ed in Long Island wants to know. That might be because we're down there. There's a whole thing going on with Chinatown. I've explained on this show a few times. I went down there finally to check out Chinatown and go into one of the authentic restaurants, and I learned the hard way there are restaurants for tourists and there are restaurants for the locals.
Oh, yeah?
And they will make it perfectly clear to you. We watched people just marching in and getting served, and I don't even know why we stayed. I think the company was good, so we're talking. And they didn't serve us for, I don't know, at least 2 hours, at least. And then after that, the service was horrendous. And we knew, okay, we're never going back to this place. And that's exactly what they want. They don't want the tourists in some of these restaurants.
Really, they don't want the tourist money? They want to keep it in the family?
Well, no,
really, you know what?
No, because there's enough people that are living in that whole area. They don't need the tourists, and they don't want to deal with you.
You know what? So fuck you. I won't come and eat at fucking squiggly line, effing a boat, 2 circles and a line through it.
Oh, that should have been our first clue, by the way.
Fucking asshole.
That should have been our first clue because it didn't have an American fucking thing.
Excuse me,
on.
what's effing a boat mean, please, you fucking cocksucker? I will never eat here at upside down ? And fucking 3 lines over a box ever again.
Pat in Philly. Pat. Oh, the Asians are taking a beating. I hope some Asians call up. Pat, go ahead.
Hey, guys, you may want to call some people that were around September 11th. They said they were, I guess the Asians were charging for bottles of water when people are trying to get the concrete out of their eyes on September 11th.
I heard about a few of those
we did
cases.
those stories. That is absolutely
That was
true.
also a convenience store, like,
a lot of people took advantage at
people
first.
that were, running convenience stores.
I think most of the people realized quickly that was that was a
pretty
bad move.
And can we be honest, though? And in their favor, just try to make it in their favor. 9/11 to them was just a regular Wednesday to their country. They deal with 9.12 earthquakes. They deal with disastrous shit. Every day, someone's going to get killed.
Their own government just
by a
wiping
fucking
their people
suicide
out.
bomber.
They torture the yoga people.
They beat children. They have what they call honor killing. If your wife is not taking care of her face,
The
kill her.
Falun Gong people.
Dude, so 9/11 to foreigners from nothing. You pay for my water, you motherfucker. They don't give a fuck. 9/11 meant nothing to a foreigner. Nothing.
Let's go to Jason in New York City. Jason.
Hey, guys. I just wanted to make the point. I grew up in Chinatown in the early 80s before there were any other white people there, and they were spitting plenty then.
What is that about? Anyone know?
What is spitting? What is that?
It's obvious. A few people are calling, and it's obvious.
What's it called, though?
What?
Spitting?
What do they just spit in the front of you or something?
Yeah.
They go, puh.
Supposedly, it's pretty obvious that a lot of Asians are spitting down there in Chinatown.
Spitting where?
Just on the sidewalk.
And it's hocking and spitting.
So what is that about? Does anyone know?
I'm still wondering 30 years later.
You mean these motherfuckers are they didn't fucking get a pass, like they say, oh, you're a good one, you've been here 30 years, I'll tell you what it is?
I don't know. I mean, every once in a while you'll see someone spit in New York City, but they're saying down in Chinatown it's very obvious. A lot of Asians are spitting.
Well, why don't you fucking spit? Why don't you spit when I'm buying your fake fucking Breitling watch, you cocksucking bitch? Like, you know what? Fuck you. I don't need to go down here.
No.
No, I'm not going to buy your overpriced car radio.
You know what, though? They make you feel special, though. You go into the front of the store, and they go, no, we got what you need behind the secret door.
Yeah, but the Africans are taking over that shit big
the
time.
Africans are taking that
I'm
over?
gonna tell you.
Have you ever done that, Ant?
No.
It's a scam. It's
shopping,
like,
yo?
they look at you, and they make you feel good. Like, we got better stuff back here. Making believe like the city and the police aren't aware of the secret door.
Yeah,
And then you go back through the secret door for more shit.
Sorry.
That's going to cost you a little more.
Oh, the great Rolex. This Rolex. Did you see how it sweeps? Nigga, what is that? A fucking.
But they never lied to you.
Amazing.
But they didn't lie to you. It's a Rolex.
It's a Rolex.
Yeah.
They're not lying here.
It sleeps. The Rolex sleeps. What the fuck you talking about? Yes, the hand sleeps.
All right, here's another one. Gary in Richmond. Gary.
Hey guys, there's a little convenience store down the street called the Lucky Mart, and as you walk in there, they've got a big handwritten sign that says "We make ice," and they've got one of those big industrial ice makers behind the counter that they bag their own ice and then sell their own ice. Per what Patrice was saying earlier, as far as how hardcore they are with ice cubes.
It's like water. It's just water.
Just cheap.
Sure.
Yeah.
Please look at if motherfuckers is on here trashing anybody, Puerto Ricans, they'll call in. Fuck you.
Yeah.
But please explain. And they won't. You know why? They're just not. The only one that'll call is an Asian person would never listen to this fucking show.
Oh, we got one right now.
Oh.
I'm going to interrupt
Let's
you.
see.
Jason in Queens. Jason, I apologize ahead of time for all this abuse, sir.
It's all right. It's all right.
This is what we see, though, and people aren't allowed to talk freely about what they see anymore.
All right, thank you.
Go ahead, Jason.
I think it's just kind of fucked up. You guys are stereotyping all the Asians, and, I think half of that shit is fucking untrue. I mean, how many Asians do you really know? How many Asian dicks, how many Asian cocks have you seen? You consider all Asians having small dicks,
I seen the porn.
Yeah, the porno.
It's the porn.
Those porns are fucking pretty much all joke. It's pretty much a
Okay.
joke.
Yeah, but you'd want the big dick Asian.
but don't get emotional. Just let's talk about it. I watch a lot of porn. Okay.
Oh, so do I.
Wait a minute.
I served in the military, so.
And Asian porn, okay, has a lot of regular human beings in it. Okay, a lot of amateur in the Asian porn. The Asian dudes are packing not major. There's not been one major wood Asian that I've seen. I never say white guys have little dicks no more, because I grew up and I saw Peter North's dick when I was like 15. And I said, this is a fucking baby arm. It's evil. But
I'm not saying I'm packing, but I can fucking fend for myself on that.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm the same way. But, dude, your people.
There you go, Patrice. Say, we found one.
Oh, shit. And he's gay. Your people are egregious in terms of their friend. And you see how you're not really Asian? You're an American, dude. The Asians are fucking mean.
Asian-y Asian.
What is it about your people that aren't friendly?
Right? The fresh off the boat Asians.
Yes, they're mean people who aren't. You are an American Asian, dude. You're not a fucking. Like I said, I give credit where credit's due. San Francisco Asians are tremendous. You sound like a tremendous dude, but you're not an Asian. You're defending Asians because you're Asian, but you're not. You're not the people I'm talking about. My dry cleaner is an asshole.
I can agree with that. I mean, I've called my Chinese food place, and they can't fucking understand a word I'm fucking saying.
Yeah.
But, it's a two-way street,
There is a few, and they're all gay. All gay. Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
That might be fake right there.
Yeah,
That's fucking.
Sporting something there.
His mom's got fucked by Godzilla. Dude, I hate to be, not you, but we're talking at this giant dick Asian guy. Fucking dude, no one wants to get fucking Asian people bent out of shape, but dude, you're just not fucking. You got to get better. Your people, not you.
All right.
Your people.
Let me thank you, Jason. There's a bunch of Asians now calling. Mark in Texas. Mark.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
Patrice, I'm a little annoyed at you. Like, you look at these people and you say, well, they don't know you after, or how many years. Do you know their names?
Yeah, Lee Fong or Henry Wu. First of all, here's another guy. Again, dude, you're defending your people, and I understand that. I'm not angry with that. But do you notice how you're not fucking Asian? You're fucking English. Your heritage is Asian, but you're not these people I'm talking about that I do business, that I give a lot of money. Between the dry cleaner, the laundromat, the fish guy, okay, and the fucking housekeeper at one point, at least $900 every couple of months I'm dishing out to a fucking Asian who treats me like shit.
That's fantastic. You're contributing to the to my college fund. But listen, my parents owned a grocery store in Atlanta for a number of years.
I feel sorry for your mother. That's from
yeah, I love that one.
I feel sorry for your mother.
For your mother.
What'd you say, motherfucker?
What, motherfucker?
That guy was
But go
ruthless.
ahead, dude. I'm sorry.
I'm going to come down there. No, but I mean, it's not right. White people come in there and treat us like crap.
And you love it. You love it. I see how white people treat you, and you fucking love to get treated like shit by white people.
We love the money. I'm married to a white woman now, but listen, we love the money. We love the money that we get from you, and we treat you like crap, too. Because the way you guys look at us sometimes is like, well, this fucking guy who came over here and is just running this restaurant.
Can I tell you what black people do with Asians? We come in and we want you to be nice to us so bad. You treat us like shit. We go into your bulletproof Chinese restaurants and you treat us like garbage, and we are above you in the oppression game. You don't treat us bad. We treat you bad. Like, meaning this. Don't treat us like white people treat us, nigga. We're in this together. It's like I come in your restaurant. You're in a black community restaurant treating me like shit. Black people love Chinese food, and we love the bad Chinese food. White people going to China. It's like, I want no MSG. I want the specific thing. Steamed broccoli, brown rice. Black people go, give us the horse shit that you was going to throw away, and we're going to eat it. Come on, man. And again, you married a white woman. You didn't even marry your rigid, corny-ass women.
Rigid, corny.
You didn't.
I bet your parents didn't like that, right?
No, they loved it.
Why?
Ask them.
Why did your parents like that?
They don't know, so.
Oh, you kept it from them?
Well, no, they're kind of not in the country anymore, and I haven't spoken to them in a little while.
Oh boy.
All right.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
A whole story and shit.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's a big story
what's going
there.
on there? Oh boy.
Second Asian is American, though. Yeah.
Now, why were you saying the parents don't mind?
Because they love white people. It's an upgrade. It's if an Asian marries a white person, an Asian woman marries a white guy, it's a fucking tremendous upgrade.
I always heard that it was going to be a problem.
No.
In other cultures, that's not the
They
case.
love white guys. But let an Asian girl bring a white guy home.
All right, Mark, thank you. I got to give some other people a chance here. I appreciate you defending your culture there. Let's go to Justin in Ohio. Justin.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey, man.
Hey, okay, so I'm Filipino-American, and I just started listening to this show. I've been into dentist, so I'm just catching the tail end of the conversation. And a lot of the generalizations that you guys have made about Asians are fairly accurate, I must say. And I don't know. Okay. But you know.
Oh, you just lost. No,
you all right? Justin, you all right?
I'm still on.
I lost it.
I lost my
What, you get an MSG headache in the middle of your phone call?
Yeah, basically. But the small penis thing, I'll admit it, I'm not, packing really anything big, but I will tell you that
Hey, dude, can I say one thing about the small penis thing? It doesn't matter. I'm not packing major board like that. I'm saying as far as the misery of the women is that they're so committed to their own people, but they're so that they won't explore something else that maybe a bigger dick will make them happier.
Right.
But they're so fucking loyal to their fucking bullshit that they won't fuck with a nigga, fuck with a big dick Puerto Rican. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if you've ever been to Ohio, buddy, but there are so many Asian women that are with black dudes here.
Yeah, but that's magical niggas. Like, you have to have genie pants, silver shoes, and half an afro and half fucking dreadlocks. You can't be a normal nigga. You have to be what's his name there? Maxwell? Or what's the other guy? Fucking Lenny Kravitz to get a Chinese bitch, nigga. You can't be a regular nigga and get a Chinese bitch. They ain't having it, man. They ain't having it.
Have you seen Maxwell lately? He's a big fat bastard.
I'm telling you, I take pride in learning a little bit about it because it's interesting shit. I give money to Asian people have great service. They do not bullshit, man. My dry cleaning, as much as I would want to find, I used to go to a Russian lady for my dry cleaning. Yeah, she was a wonderful talking woman, but I would have fucking jelly stains on my pants, and I don't eat jelly. This Asian guy, the service is phenomenal, but he just won't be nice to me. Mm-hmm. He just won't be nice.
True. There's an Asian buffet that I frequent close to where I live, and there's this fucking asshole manager. No matter how nice you are towards him, you know, just talk to him friendly and say hello and how are you doing. He's just a big fucking cocksucker. Like, just here's your food, no thank you or anything. Just
you got to deal with the fucking public. You got to have a personality.
It's shocking.
You got to show
to me.
something.
Shocking.
Right on, man. All right, Justin. Thank you.
All right.
Bobby in New York. Bobby.
Hey, I have actually two examples. One, I have a friend living in Hong Kong, and he just came home for a couple of weeks, and he says, you don't understand what it's like to be spit on. And I thought, like, they were spitting on him because he was American. No, they just spit as a part of their culture, and indoors, it doesn't matter. If they're clearing their throat, they're spitting out. Just like if they won't hold the door open for you because it's a waste. It's considered a waste of time.
Wait, and said what's the waste of time?
Holding a door.
Holding a door. Like, there's no politeness because you're just...
I'm going to try that one out. I wonder if that's real.
And then if you get yelled at, you go, I'm not wasting my time.
Exactly.
Let's see where it goes.
I could relate to it where I worked in a Chinese restaurant for about 4 years delivering. Now, I was considered a peasant because I was a delivery guy, but from the area I'm from a good area, and you made a lot of good money delivering the food. But once they realize, like, the size of your house or what you drive, they treat you like you're just you're one of them now because you have enough money. Because in their country, it's if you have all the money or no money, and you're treated like a peasant.
Well, look at you trying to talk low, and I'm at work, and I don't want to be too loud.
and another thing is they don't understand any type of humor, like sarcasm.
I don't think they do either.
It doesn't relate.
It doesn't translate. Yeah.
Sarcasm?
Only thing that's funny to them is, no. Fucking a girl with fucking a blurred out pussy with a rat crawling in her asshole. I saw a fucking Chinese thing where they had a bitch's head sticking out of the floor, and gave her a fucking meatloaf hat. And let Gila monsters, Komodo dragons, run around to eat the meatloaf hat, and they think that's hilarious.
That's one of those game shows, right?
They think it's hilarious.
Yeah, they're game shows. They don't care if people are just about being killed.
That's what they find funny, though.
Like, they let people run on icebergs and let them fall off and smash their face into one when they're trying to jump. And
we what do they call that show on ABC?
Oh, yeah.
The Great Buns. I watched Ninja Warrior and the other thing they do, the Great Buns. I watch it for a second, but after a while you go, this is the meatloaf hat shit.
Oh, man, look at this.
It's a pork chop.
There's a big fucking Gila monster.
A woman in danger is hilarious in Japan, man.
Oh, you out.
So what? It's the last girl to have her head up?
This is kind of genius, though.
They're just screaming. They're fucking screaming and running away from this monster.
Their heads are sticking out of a hole with Kobe beef fucking strapped to the top.
And they're all laughing. The thing's freaking out now. How old are the girls? They look like fucking... Well, they all look like that, I guess.
And their porn is just like this.
Yeah. It's evil.
What a weird fucking... How fucking weird.
Women in distress is hilarious in Japan.
Well, we did this bit.
Oh, this one doesn't
55
care.
gallon drum challenge might as well have been a Japanese game show.
Yeah. She don't care that one. She's into it. Who thought this shit up? They just are fucking... It's beyond me.
Bobby, good phone call. Thank you. Let's go to Mike on Long Island.
Mike.
Yo, boys.
Hey.
I actually live in Long Island City, and we have a ton of Asians living in my building. And one day I'm sitting in front of a door outside, and I see a woman coming, with a wheelchair. I opened the door for her, and she yelled at me for standing in front of the door.
She didn't realize you was being polite.
No, not at all. And I fucking went after her, and I said, there's no reason to be rude. You are rude people. The best part,
boy.
Her husband stood there the whole time while we're yelling. He didn't say a word. Kept his head down.
Jesus Christ.
Insulting the entire people.
Oh, a lot of phone
My
calls.
goodness.
What does that say? Somebody's the entire people insulted?
The entire peoples. Yes.
Yeah, come on, man.
You
Come on.
people are...
Come on.
They tell me it's you people.
Come on. If Asians start talking about black people, what was annoying about them, I'd be interested to know. Like, what's annoying about everybody? I'm not saying Asians are hard. The ones I deal with and what I see, Asians are not friendly. And what are you going to do? Force me to say? I'm not saying your eyes are this and you're fucking not friendly, man. Not the ones I know. I said San Francisco. Show me some other one. San Francisco, Asians, tremendously friendly people, man.
I'm just talking about my experience with the restaurants. I don't know any.
Yeah,
That's all.
exactly.
That's all I know.
What
That's
else?
all
What
I
else
know.
do you need to? If I experience, look, if you go into the black supermarket, you're gonna have a less friendly time than the white one.
Yeah.
Where white people go to shop, it's just fun.
Oh,
And
it's
better.
wonderful.
I don't give a fuck if they're watching me to steal because I don't steal. But to go into a supermarket where there's not a woman standing horizontal in a vertical aisle,
Ooh, do you just want to
daring you to
yeah.
fucking move her cart while her fucking kid is opening spaghetti boxes? For real? You don't see, dude, nigga, restaurants.
Why are they opening up the spaghetti
But
boxes?
but her kid doesn't care and she don't care and she dares you to say, Miss, can you move?
Can you move your
Can
car?
you turn your cart in a double fucking movement?
Yeah.
Can you go west and I go east? Why you turn north in an east-west lane, you fucking crazy person?
I'm looking. I'll be done in a minute. I'll be done.
Come on, man. If you was to say that about black supermarkets, Asian people, I'd understand and I'd go fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't shop the only time I shop in Asian supermarkets, because they got really cool shit I never seen before. They have really cool fucking spatulas, really cool food. Their pasta's really cool, and they got spices and shit and chili. But in terms of going there and friendly,
You're not going to get
no.
much friendly.
If I want a nice, friendly shopping experience, I'm going to the goddamn white Pathmark, nigga, 10 miles away.
Wall bounds.
Where you don't have to have a fucking pay. Here's nigga supermarkets. Two things. They have things that block you from taking the carts away from the property.
You can't take it away.
You can't take it to your car.
To your car, right.
So they put metal things that you only can take it to right there.
I remember these from Brooklyn, yeah.
And then the other one is they have elaborate pay systems where you have to put in a quarter to get the cart, and then you get your quarter back
that
when you take it
like
back.
a fucking ride.
So a quarter makes you take it back. They're going to go to $1. That'll make you definitely take it back.
Yeah, you put it in, then you get your quarter
But
back.
fucking white people supermarkets, you know what they have? They have the fucking cart return thing.
Yes.
All over the parking lot.
People bring it, and there's guys that actually go and get the carts and bring them back and
All
put
over
them in
the
the line.
fucking parking lot.
And how wide the aisles are. Aren't the aisles so wide?
You know what? Just in case a niglet wants to turn horizontal, that no one has to have a fight. Big, large aisles.
Nice and large.
It's spaghetti in the spaghetti aisle with the sauce. That makes sense.
Wonderful.
Very exotic. And it is what it is. It's just like you go there, you ask, usually all white women are evil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
30-year-old white women, white guys, friendly, white guys in customer service. Men, customer service men, basically nice. You get a raspy old fucking white bitch, awful.
Yeah,
and
horrid.
young black bitches, awful. Indian people across the board, hideous. What do you want me to fucking say? I give you credit where it's due. You're not getting extra fucking credit for nothing, motherfucker. If my credit's 600, you don't give me 7, nigga. If you are what you are.
Yeah, I've noticed that shit. Yep.
Listening to the worst of Opie and Anthony on the virus. Sirius XM.
Sam, once again, Quincy is the topic of discussion, and we have Andy Levy and Bill Schultz from Fox Red Eye in studio.
Yes, Opie was not in again because he had his baby, but Bill Schultz and Andy Levy were in studio from TV's Red Eye, along with Ant and Jim Norton, talking about how terrible television was in the 1970s.
Now, it's basically because they only had 4 channels back then, but some of these shows that I guess you could consider iconic, if you watch them by today's standards, it's total crap.
Well, you didn't have much of a choice back then, but what's fun is going back, revisiting, and seeing how these TV shows stand in today's standards. Quincy and terrible shows from the 70s on the Opie and Anthony Show.
This is the worst of Opie and Anthony.
I would like to smoke your cock.
The virus. Sirius XM.
I've been partaking and watching a little Quincy, and who brought up the fact that it's like this very powerful music, and then you got to have the goofy, because it's Jack Klug.
Right. Is that Danny? Somebody brought it up. Might have been you.
Everybody just knew he was a funny guy.
Bill Burr, I think.
It could have been Burr, yeah. But I've been watching some Quincy episodes, and how this show was on the air and people watched it and took it seriously is beyond me. There's a girl, she was smoking contaminated grass.
Was that one of them?
Oh, yeah, talking about grass and man, and just, he tried to take down a magazine like High Times Magazine, only it was called Far Out Magazine, and there was an ad in it. Say. Yeah, the kids are calling it Far Out. And there was some kind of an ad in there for this chemical that made plants grow really big. And kids were using it to make their pot grow big, but it would kill some of the kids that were using it. And he's like, if one more child dies, I'm going to that And he went to the magazine and talked to the editor, who was one of these, I don't need to be hassled by the man. And meanwhile, we're just always laughing at how he's the coroner. He's supposed to be sawing someone's head open and weighing a brain, not out doing what detectives are supposed to be doing.
Coroners are never caught in a web of intrigue.
No, there's never car chases with the coroner. He's never questioning people.
Yeah, but we do that like with CSI.
Yeah, same thing.
What the fuck are those people doing? They're supposed to be in the lab or at the crime scene. They're not supposed to be going to suspects' apartments.
When I watch things like First 48 or Cold Case Files, things like that, you'll see the detective will get a lead on what who the suspect is, and then they call the cops.
Right. Yeah.
They call officers or the SWAT team or whoever has to go in, depending on what this guy did, and get him out. They're not there knocking on the door. David Caruso is, with his gun out, and no, they're like, hey, I need some detectives, patrolmen to back this shit up.
There's no reason for anyone in bones to be in a car chase.
Yes.
They don't even get to deal with the flesh. They're just, it's all like...
Yes, and Quincy is out there just investigating crime. He went over one of the girls that died from smoking grass, and he goes over the house and was like, do you mind if I look in her bedroom for, like, clues? And he's looking for... He's the coroner. And he's going through her music boxes and trying...
Taking her panties.
Yes. Well, let me smell these. I need to know if she had a yeast infection.
And he finds pictures of her. Frederica Bimmel.
Was she a big fat person?
Yeah.
I'm going to write big fat person.
There's a moth in my hair.
I was watching the very first episode of Quincy.
Ooh, the first one, the pilot.
Yeah, he actually travels to Mexico on his own dime for an investigation because he was, he had to go figure out who the murderer was. So there was some connection.
You gotta go to where the jazz cigarettes are first made.
Sam, I don't touch them. I just like to look at them. They're so small. I go to Mexico and photograph them.
Book me a flight to Thailand.
He brought his live-in girlfriend with him to Mexico, and then they get into a car accident where, like, the car goes over, like, the cliff, like that cliff.
Yeah.
And then he leaves her there and flies back to the the United States to finish the big investigation.
He left her in Mexico in a Mexican hospital.
Well, she said it was okay. So
okay. He was only interested she's dead. That's really my expertise.
Into slavery.
Yes. It's in my chest of drawers.
Chest of drawers.
You know he tried to expense it, too. He tried to expense it. They were like, what the fuck were you doing in Mexico?
What are you doing? Yeah, the gruff lieutenant guy. Monahan. Yeah, it was Lieutenant Monahan. Was that it? Lieutenant?
Hey, Quince, we can't do it. We're too busy. Yeah.
You do it because if another child dies, it's on your head.
How does this Bill from Club Med have anything to do with the child dying? It was a family club.
I was investigating. It was apparently chlorine poisoning from the pool and margarita poisoning.
Quincy, the guy was shot in the head.
No coroners out there investigating. But you know what? I remember it was on in my house when I was growing up all the time, and people would talk about it like, "Wow, did you see Quincy?"
What? It's about an ugly 55-year-old coroner.
How shitty would it be to like live in a time where the water cooler talk was Quincy?
Quincy, yeah.
Did you catch the Quincy last night?
And then Sam came in and helped Quincy, and he opened the refrigerator. You thought he was going to take out some kind of a human organ, and it was a sandwich.
And they thought it was an amoeba, but it was only Sam's genitals and his jet black pubic hair. I forgot about Sam. Sam and Quilcy.
Quilcy? What show is that?
That was a girl. That was the leather Tuscadero of Quincy.
And shows like that, and Cannon was another one. Big fat
Cannon was great.
Cannon.
Yeah.
And I remember the coolest thing. Cannon had a phone in his car. And it was a phone like you would have it in your house at the time, with a coiled wire that went to this big box. And I thought it was so cool because he'd like pick it up and it would be like,
Mobile operator, get me 555-3821.
And they'd have to go through like this special mobile operator. But he was driving the convertible and talking on the phone. It's like, wow, to fucking be at the point in history where you could do that.
And then a cop pulled him over. What are you doing? You're not supposed to be on that thing. You know, in 40 years. Your fat fuck will be dead by then, though. So. Cannon. A Quinn Martin production. Epilogue.
Yeah, they'd have like chapters, like it was a big drama. This was the theme song to Cannon? Cannon. And what could Cannon do? He weighed
William
Conrad.
400
he could.
pounds.
He was giant, sweating constantly. And they did show him a couple of times trying to pursue people. And he would catch them. You'd see him get out of his car and run. They'd go around a corner, and then the next scene, he's got him on the ground. It's like, how the fuck did he catch that guy? He's a 21-year-old black kid.
He just waits from around the counter and just sort of falls on him. Like sort of a timber type
That's
movie.
why every year at the Emmys they say, and the winner for best editing is Cannon.
Cannon. There it is. Cannon.
Oh, there's the Quincy cast.
Mannix.
I prefer the Quincy gang.
Wait, who's the other one on the left? Who's that guy? Looks like Quincy's son. Who's that guy? There's Quincy, Sam, his boss.
I bet that's a gruff reporter that was always after the story that Quincy had. That Quincy, I can't tell you now. I'm embroiled in an investigation.
If only I was as tenacious as Quincy was.
Yes. If only I was willing to use my own money.
My room is messy. Wait, wrong show.
Yeah, but those, I grew up on those shows, and at the time, they, I guess, were the shit, you know?
Yeah.
Your parents would sit there and just be glued to this stuff like it was fantastic. Mannix.
This is what happens when you would only have 4 channels. Like, stuff like Quincy would be...
That, God forbid, you changed it too quickly.
Yeah.
You gotta break it! Invent the remote. What the fuck you want from me? Yeah, you couldn't go from, like, channel 2 to channel 11 really quick, or you'd get yelled at.
Yep.
But for some reason, you had to really fast.
You're going to turn that knob right off the TV.
Yeah. Hey, you're right. I did.
Every TV, you always end up having to use the pliers to change it. That little white thing that stuck out, you'd have to
And then
maneuver.
you'd have to actually tune, like, you'd have to fine-tune your television.
I definitely remember that
It
shit.
was fucking ridiculous. just trying to watch quality television. You never had a clear picture of anything. It was always kind of Jimmy, nice one. It was always kind of
sound
staticky.
would never be good enough to pick that up.
Or the ghosting you'd get from another channel.
Yeah.
Like if you're watching ABC here in New York, you'd get the Connecticut Channel 8 would always ghost in on you. So you're watching Quincy, and some fucking like Channel 8 show, a cooking show, is on, and it would be like a white ghost with wavy lines cooking over Quincy.
Yeah,
someone's cooking food.
Yeah. There's a meatball in my colon, Sam.
Every time I go into these breaks, people go, "You're old." Yeah. Like, yes, I had a Sony Trinitron. I had a Zenith.
We all trusted Walter Cronkite.
Yes, we did.
What time is Dana calling? Does anyone know?
I don't know. It was supposed to be like
9:45.
Oh, I thought it was 9:15. Oh, silly me. We'll keep an eye out for him.
I started that. I apologize.
We'll keep an eye out for him. Paddled after a Japanese show? Really?
What was?
Frank Canna Quincy was a Canadian show before it was. I have no idea. Let me hear. Hey, Don from Nevada.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Hello, Don. You have some Quincy information? My God.
No, back then there was a coroner in L.A. He was a Japanese guy. I can't remember.
Ken
his
Noguchi.
name.
Quincy.
But that was before
Thomas
CSI
Noguchi. I'm
and all
sorry.
that crap, and he was getting really in the way in investigations. I remember him catching shit all the time by the cops and the government people for getting involved in investigations. That's
really?
Can I ask why nobody's impressed that I knew the name of a Japanese coroner in L.A. from the 70s?
I am a little amazed at that.
I thought you just made that up.
That's true, too. You're a very good actor, Jim, and you do that. You go like, oh, I know who it was.
No, you'll know I'm wrong if I go Thomas Noguchi. Look that up, and is that right? Just look up. You'll never get Noguchi.
And he would get involved with investigations and I guess piss people off. So
coroner.
Quincy was supposed. Why do they?
See,
I guess that's why Sam was.
That's what happens in real life when a coroner gets involved. Just pisses the cops off.
Yeah,
always wrong and annoying.
You're contaminating crime scenes, you idiot. You don't have your booties on. OJ's running loose because of you. Dolt. Is that him? He almost looks like Quincy.
Thomas Noguchi.
Looks like Quincy squinting because he can't see his page in front of him.
He's a face like Quincy and a cock and balls like Sam. Boo on both counts.
Good job, Quincy. We got to let this murderer go because you questioned him illegally.
Yeah, very good.
Thanks a lot. Thanks again. That's 22 this month.
Guess what, Quincy? Another child did just die because of you.
All the defense attorney would have to do is, was a coroner on the crime scene actually talking to my client? Yes, he was. All right. Case dismissed.
So let me get this straight. A child will die now.
We've let a murderer out.
Just one drop is enough to wipe out California. It's botulism.
My fault. My bad.
Word is bond.
I love how Quincy's using that "my bad" term 30 years before his premiere.
I'm way ahead of my time, Sam.
What up with that?
Email me.
I'll send you a text. What's Quincy?
I'm at Quincy at interruptingcrimescene.com.
Yes. I'm at the tip of the .com bubble, Sam.
I love RedTube and X-Hamster.
I just twittered some false testimony.
I tweeted crime scene photos, which will get the case thrown out.
I have my own app.
Quincy app.
Quincy, don't Twitter pick that. It's all right. It doesn't exist yet.
It's a cue on your phone, and you press it, and it opens up, and you can see where Quincy clothes shops. You can buy my jacket and slacks at Quincy.com. Actually, Quincy ME. Quincy is a place in Massachusetts.
Holy shit.
That's she was killed when an Asian cyber squatted on her face. His balls and asshole smothered her.
My Twitter is the real Quincy. Someone took Quincy.
Exactly.
I had to be the real Quincy.
Someone's got Quincy and they're just twittering pedophile jokes.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. They're saying I have gay porno mustache hairs in my rectum.
I wish these cowards would face me.
They say I like to pull Monahan's scrotum over my my face. I would never Twitter that, Sam.
They photoshopped a big cock on Sam. He's happy, but I'm not.
They put my face on lemonparty.org.
I thought I was going to a forensic page. It was meat spin. It's a Photoshop. Me and Sam were not docking. We are both cut.
Quincy is very much not LOLing right now. Send.
Holy shit. Who is Ralph? Oh, that's rolling all over floor. I thought it was a guy.
You still there, sir?
Anthony.
Yeah, what do you need? It's still Don from Nevada. What's up, man?
Sorry.
Remember, the other thing, when you get up and change the channel, they also had the fancy high-tech rotary antenna where you had to turn the knob on top of the TV to make your antenna.
Was that connected to anything? Like there was a
This guy
little knob.
stayed on hold for 10 minutes to say that.
Tell me about the
If it's not Quincy related, I don't
see. That comment times 0 equals 0.
Well, Jim, technically anything times 0 equals 0.
Oh, stop now, literal math guy.
Actually, Andy's right.
Andy.
Always on button.
Thanks, buddy.
Yes, thank you, sir. But there was those stupid antennas that, now that he brought it up, it had a dial on it that did nothing. Like, I don't know what it was for. If you had the rabbit ears, now you're really going back. I'm sorry. No. I don't mean to, I don't mean to sound this old.
I get better reception with Fios.
I was using cable vision. I went to Fios. Much more bandwidth.
I had wireless internet. Accidentally, my neighbor downloaded things from my hard drive.
And my network wasn't secure.
Yeah. The Colonel and I were file trading. Along with Jeffrey Jones from Ferris Bueller. Same
Gary Glitter.
Gary Glitter. Banana, hey! He's singing Gary Glitter.
What is going on? This is the worst of the Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM.
Sam, there's not a lot to describe for this bit other than Bob Kelly's in studio, Jay Moore's in studio, so we're pretty much just going to get a lot of nonsense and great impressions.
Well, Opie wasn't in because he was on his paternity leave, but Anthony, Jim Norton, Bob Kelly, and Jay Moore were all in one studio at one time, and we just figured let's sit these men down and watch as the magic unfolds. And let's go ahead and do that now on the Opie and Anthony Show.
This is the worst of the Opie and Anthony Show.
Man, this sucks.
Sirius XM.
Jay Moore!
Dude, you know what, dude? Dude, I've seen you in so long, dude.
What's up, man? How you doing? Yeah. What's happening?
What do you mean, yeah?
What's happening? Here.
Hi, Jay. It's like an Al and the Monkeys reunion. Thanks, sweetie. How are you?
I'm very good.
We were just chatting about
He smells
how you doing?
fantastic.
We were just chatting about snack cakes and how wonderful they are.
Opie turned into Be Real.
Be Real?
Yeah, from Cypress Hill.
It's the wonderful Danny. Of course,
Danny?
you know that. Danny, Opie is out with a child.
So he named it Lamar. That was odd.
Oh, wow, yeah, Lamar.
Yeah, I engraved an ashtray for the kid and everything.
Are you going to sit down?
I'll stand. I'll do like a Bob Levy and I'll stand like a goof. All right, so
Yes.
you're going to take a snack cake and shove it up someone's ass.
No, because we were talking about like what's good, and then you got to try to stay in shape, and for what? Like for what? But what's the motivation? It's usually pussy.
You don't have to tell me.
Yeah.
You're on a fucking show, which is
Jay,
great.
Let me tell you something. Jay was fucking ripped. No, I wish I was. Jay was fucking ripped back in like 99, 2000 when
204.
When you first came onto the show.
2004.
Really? Yeah, 2004.
Yeah.
You were like ripped. What?
You get married to a woman that makes you steaks with blue cheese on top and bakes banana muffins. What are you going to send them back?
No.
Like, hi, honey. When we're done having sex, here are your warm muffins. Send them back.
See, now
Can't you see I'm trying to stay in shape? Hey, what?
I got to ask you then, is the motivation to lose weight and work out just to get laid?
Now it's, I look at myself and I'm disgusted. And I run all the time to maintain this odd figure
Just
that you
to
see
stay.
here. Because I refuse to...
really go over the falls?
No, I refuse to give in at what I'm eating. I refuse to not have
okay.
steaks and, like...
Because if you didn't have that and exercise as much as you do, you'd be, like, fucking ripped again.
I don't know if I'd be ripped.
Yeah.
I don't know. Any married guy with a six-pack, you got to question his sexuality. Like, that's a super faggy routine. If you're, like, married and you got, like, that Abercrombie Fitch gay stomach with cologne on your belly button, you are a fag. You know who told me that? Ed Burns. He's married to Christy Turlington. He's got a big belly. He goes, Jay Morse, all you got to do is get big arms. It offsets the belly. Don't even worry about it. Get big arms. Get big arms to offset the belly. If you're doing sit-ups and you got your wife in bed waiting for you, yeah, you're gay. I'm sorry.
You're gay. That's the problem area, is the gut. But so you run though and try to
I run in my garage.
You'd be fucked if you didn't.
I don't have a
exercise.
treadmill. I just go in little tight circles. Like Billy Hayes. You're going in the wrong direction.
That's right.
I knew Jimmy's going to pop in. There
It's
you
the
go.
communist way.
Billy
The wrong
Hayes?
direction.
No.
Midnight Express? He had to
William
roll around and around.
Hayes. Hayes. William Hayes.
Her tits.
Yeah.
How great is that?
That's the Oh Billy line. Oh Billy.
Map of Hawaii all over the glass.
Oh, yeah.
She was so sad that her tits inspired him to jerk off so fucking violently.
And what a dummy she was. This is obviously Midnight Express for the people out there that haven't seen it in 20,
You know the
30
problem with the
years.
show? It's all inside movie references.
Bunch of
Fucking
douchebags.
queers.
And then she's like, there's Mr. Franklin in the album. Mr. Franklin. It's like, all right, what a great code. The money's in the album, dummy.
It's like when you're calling your drug dealer and you're like, do you have any more chicken? Like the feds have no idea what you're talking about.
How much chicken do you need?
If I could cook like an eighth of chicken, that would be fine for me.
I need an 8 ball of chicken.
If I could get an eighth of chicken, like maybe 8 chickens and maybe a butter ball of 8 chickens.
And prostitute ads that say, like Bobby said, donation, they'll be like, the tribute is 300 roses.
Roses, yes.
Oh, all right, there's no money exchange there. He's just giving her roses.
Giving her a giant bouquet.
To fuck her in the ass.
I actually showed up with roses one time.
No, you didn't.
No, of course I didn't. You wouldn't find Anthony. This
Yes,
wouldn't do it
Yes,
for
sir.
you. That right there.
That looks like the girl hanging over in the bed from The Shining, hanging over.
Anthony doesn't believe in bestiality.
Scatman Crothers.
Yes,
Christ.
Scatman Crothers' bed.
I'm looking at the wrong thing.
In The Shining. No, I'm not into black chicks. She's not into black chicks.
I'm looking at this picture of this dog over here, and I was like, Anthony's not into.
Which one?
Dog fucking.
I just didn't want to be misinterpreted.
Oh, no, of course not. Little peanut butter, though. You play with his little lipstick tube.
I wonder if Larry Merchant would fuck that girl.
Jim, here's a woman who is not only brown, but she's down. She's a woman who's so beautiful that Outkast put her on an album cover. Well, tonight, Jim, Shane Mosley was the Outcast. Why didn't cut to Larry Merchant?
I just love you, Larry Merchant. All I was
cut
thinking.
to, well, that's the guy to keep score. Harold Letterman. How's he feel about it?
I don't know Letterman.
Oh, you don't know him? He's the guy that did the scorecard. He always sounds like he's reporting from like the Battle of Shiloh. Okay, Jim. I got the fight. 4 rounds to 3. I got it. Pacquiao going all the way. And as soon as he starts throwing, get down. Get down. I bet you the whole big Quincy, the whole operation, man.
I was just on.
Oh, what?
It's a lovely fucking war.
Dump all your remaining firepower within my compound. For the record, this is my call. It's a hell of a war.
Oh, hell of a war.
Hell of a war.
That guy was great. Boy, they ran in and fucking a suicide bomber in his tent.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't do too well.
Took out Oliver Stone in his little cameo that he had in there in that movie.
Yeah.
He was in that little tent.
In the meantime, if I find out there was an illegal killing, I will court-martial your ass, and you two will cease fire.
He points with his pinky finger and his pointer
Like,
finger.
let's rock and roll.
Like fucking Dio would point at you.
Yeah. That was just on the...
There you go. Jim, here's a man who's... Jim Lampley talks like this all the time.
Lampley.
I had the pleasure of calling Jim Lampley once, and his outgoing message, "You reached 310-555-4126. Another right hand by Barrera. Boom! Boom!" He's a strange guy.
Boy, this guy shows up. It's like you get 30 or 40 people showing up or something.
That's right, Jimmy. How's your salad?
No, that's Chip.
That's
Chipperson.
Chip. That's Chip.
Yeah, Chip Chipperson. Oh, look at the face he makes. You know, by the way, how he comes up with these characters? He does them in front of his chick, who is disgusted by all these characters.
You're going to say disgusting.
But you understand, before he had a chick,
He does them in front of his chick, who's disgusting.
Hey, calm down.
Before he had a chick, when we lived in the same building, he would do them to me.
Oh, you were
Yeah,
the
he'd go, "Let's
victim
go
of
get a
his...
cup." I remember when he started.
Is that when he would feed snot to your dogs?
He started doing the Cup of Joe song. What was that?
I don't
one?
remember. It's been fucking 8 years.
Oh, he used to fucking annoy me.
All right, Bobby, do you remember when me and you performed at Princeton University with Tracy Morgan?
Oh my God, it was the fucking best night of my life.
And he almost got arrested.
But the funniest part is he shows up in a limo. What is it, 45 minutes away?
It's at Princeton.
He is a limo by himself with a case of Alizale at a college.
Yo, where's the stage entrance? We need you to come downstairs. I ain't going downstairs. I'll be at the stage entrance. Call me, holler when you're ready. And me and Bobby are downstairs, just like how we would be, like Jimmy, me, but like you just hang out, you read the paper, and they go, "You ready?" And you go, "All right." You walk out, you do your thing, you go home. He shows up in a limo with
Remember his belt buckle, though.
his quote-unquote accountant. He goes, "Look at this belt buckle. Eddie Murphy got this for me on St. Mark's Boulevard. I'm legendary, Bobby Kelly. I'm Irish, too. I'm black Irish." So Tracy goes on first. Or you, I don't know.
I go on first, and then I got to bring Tracy on after me. But it's literally 3,000 people, the dean of studies.
Back when I drew. Instead of canceling comics because there were 69 tickets sold.
No.
Fucking apathetic New Yorkers.
The fuck?
You read my tweet? Comics is canceled due to utter lack of interest.
No, I read your first tweet where you were just yelling at people for not getting tickets.
Yo, when you come
It's
back
like-
to New York? This is
Yeah.
why we don't play New York.
Yeah,
We don't
it's like,
come.
when are you coming back?
That's why
Fuck
we're always
you.
that's why we're always in Buffalo.
I have 29 tickets sold.
You got to plug
Saturday
on radio,
night.
though, first.
Yeah.
I mean, dude.
He's fucking sitting here, you
No, but I mean before he came here.
Oh.
But I'm saying fucking the Borgata.
Sorry.
How do you think I felt? Fucking opening weekend at the I'm going July 2nd, 3rd. I fucking put tickets in on Friday, and Monday there's only like 500 and something sold. I'm like, what the fuck?
500 would be...
That's tremendous, you creep.
500 fucking asshole.
Wait a minute. That was Sarcasm Sam.
Sarcasm Sam. That really just fucked me up.
So no, you got to plug first before you cancel the shows.
He comes off stage. Tracy goes on stage. We're back. We're just downstairs with Tracy's like fake accountant, like just some weird guy like from Prince of Bel-Air. I don't know who this guy is, right? And they just reek of booze. They're hammered. And I go, and it's hot as balls in that basement. It's like me, you, and Frosty, and Tracy's accountant.
Frosty's fighting with Tracy because he wants to bring the Alizale, the case of Alizale in.
You cannot drink on the stage at Princeton. This is an Ivy League school. Just go up to your show. It'll be here when you get off stage.
Right.
Well, then I'm only doing a half hour.
He wanted to drink.
So he's up there like 40 minutes, and we're like, Bobby and I are like, this is like going a little long. And plus, it's like, I'm going on last, so I'm going on after like 2 hours. I know Bobby crushed it.
Yeah.
And Tracy, I don't know what he's doing. And I'm like, well, he's been up there. Let me go take a look. I walk out into the theater, like on a side door of a theater, and there's a cop right in front of me, a Jersey State trooper with the walkie on his shoulder. And as I open the door, he clicks it. He goes, "If he touches her, we move."
Oh, shit.
I look at the stage. There's a girl on stage, and Tracy goes, "You never touched a black dick before? Touch it. You can touch it. It ain't gonna bite you." And this girl's on stage like I go to fucking Princeton. Why am I on stage with this fucking crazy person, right? And cops are just taking slow steps towards the stage.
Making sure. Wow.
They're gonna take him down for assault.
Or fucking, sexual assault.
Then I go on stage, and it is just a fucking mess.
Was he killing?
No. It was
Oh,
bad.
he was getting booed. Because he kept going, I'm on SNL.
I'm on Saturday Night Live. I don't even have to be here.
I'm hilarious.
I'm doing y'all a favor.
Right, exactly.
Hilarious.
That's what he kept saying.
I'm hilarious. My favorite book is Scruples. I love it. That was the first tell-all. Boogie Down Bronx. Barry Katz got me an apartment and I fired him. You saved my life, Barry Katz. I'm going to Paradigm. Yeah.
Hilarious.
I'm hilarious. So I go up on stage, and for 10 minutes, I just eat it. And then I go, I'll bring Tracy back. And then they all go, no, we're wrong. And then they totally get into it. I close the show, and it's like just, it's like one of those just sweaty messes where you're working.
Yeah.
They're just watching the show, and you're on stage going, these people suck.
Motherfuckers.
Oh, fuck, I'm working way too hard, you Ivy League fucks. So then we get off stage. It's me, Frosty, and Bobby just driving back to the city. And everyone's just like quiet and just like shell-shocked. Like it was too bizarre. We get to like Freehold. We're like halfway up the turnpike, and Bobby goes, dude, That was not a limo gig. You remember saying that?
No,
he goes, "Dude, that was not a limo gig." Like right now, he's in a limo drinking, like thinking, like Vidi Vidi Venci. Bobby didn't say that.
He had to know he did bad, though, right?
No, he's still. Really?
He's
Paul Mooney know he's
drinking.
fucking horrible? Does Paul Mooney know that the wait staff wants to fucking murder him with a poison dart from the back? 'Cause they can't do any more drinks and they just got to sit there. Give me another vodka. Holy shit. I saw Paul Mooney on stage at Caroline's wearing a fucking sailor suit.
What?
I was like, yeah, Paul, you hate white people so much, you're married to a white lady and you're gay. He's a fruity guy.
He is
an odd guy.
Am I going to get in trouble with the shade next door?
Who knows?
45?
The shade.
Backspin or whatever.
The shade.
The shade.
I just like to wave my hand in front of my face. You know, it was one of these.
You know, you go like this, the old
Yeah,
NYPD.
that
the
one.
two men, they met a third man. Who,
yeah, the cops got all kinds of little hand signals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? They rub their thumb with their forefinger on the face.
I like your friends that think they know it. Yeah, the cops call them Canadians. No, they don't.
No,
that'd be a little weird.
Yeah, they never
You see
say
them
there was...
3 Canadians run by.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were black. So Opie named his baby fucking Lamar. Like, what the fuck is the genesis of that name?
I have no idea. Lamar. I know, isn't that
heard that?
Isn't that odd?
I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
Chip Chipperson, are you anywhere?
I'm right around here, Jay. Always just watching the voices.
You sounded like Manson.
Oh, Marilyn is going to sing some songs.
Chip is the worst.
That's it for the worst of Opie and Anthony.
Well, gentlemen, another show. Well done.
I knew what to expect. A douche chill moment. And boy, did you deliver.
Check out the O&A show on Facebook at facebook.com/Opie and Anthony. And catch Opie and Anthony live Monday through Friday from 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern on The Virus.